Yes, we made it now. We finally make it. We can hear each other. Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. We are back. Binto Bantaba Network, as the rule goes. Alanga nyo horomanga nyo bunya. Aliyembala connection ole mbatande no barsa muruntanalo. This is my last chance, but I made it. Let me know. Albijenya di nalka mo intolbe mo clearly. We will like that. Okay? Allah baraka. And be patient. Life lem. Kualka crash le. We have to be patient with each other. Okay? Yes, nkanaka cha kumari wala mbal danila ala share again. Alkana wodo share, wodol mambetea anymore. Ali nyindon share, nalbe Facebook, ali benjibe kam Facebook, ali like, ali and subscribe, ali beloma. YouTube here, ali afenk. Facebook here, ali and like, ali and follow. Okay, ali and conversation or share. So nga APRC in the house, UDP in the house, GDC is in the house, GMC is in the house, NPP. Gambia connection is a problem, but we will connect. We will have to call them. Okay? Allah baraka. Mbe family sambalana. Welcome. Lamin.
Thank you, yeah.
Mr. Tamba, thank you. You are welcome to Binto Bantaba Network.
Yeah.
MB Krubally, Patriotic, you are welcome to Binto Bantaba Network. ML Fati, you are welcome to Binto Bantaba Network. Mbalu Komla, Alunga Kachake, Namol Community Jam, we promise Oromonim Bunya. When we open the line, we would like to hear everybody talk with respect. NPP cannot connect yet. Don't be in a hurry. We have to call them immediately. So we have to keep moving. First of all, mbesango kontonna alifa min keta Uncle Lamin dambon debati mbesango kontonna dipa family ye mbali be kontonna sangola mbe Gambia dingol be kontonna sangola, especially honorable lawyer Usainu Dabo UDP la nyaton ko mbe kontonna sangola mbe ni la UDP dimbayal be kontonna sangola mbe kanuntel be kontonna sangola. Alama la jang sone ala alama dibala jang sone ala Krubally.
Yes.
Krubally mbe sango kontonna
Nimbar
Lamin dungate monya di lefte do mandin fo nyala ko to do mandin jandi mbe kacha kumasi.
Yalong, first of all, thank you so much through your invite jang Urkana kabanku ko kacha mbede arbake because mbenya da kala nyine kala naaje mbebe sirin tamadula bi ni na dimbayal bar hani bi Gambia ko e mol deon because mu Gambia dingul leti Lamin Diba fanan kita Gambia ding kendoleti ni Lamin Diba fon demalum personally ngalon ne as a leader of the United Democratic Party but left Lamin Diba kola as a Franco is Molia understand what these people stood for. Lamin Diba ñu lota ko men na Gambia kono Gambia dingul lo mele alon ko na full table fenfenin table but these are the people mele alon ko ye multi democracy balundi Gambia kono multi party democracy a balundi Gambia kono because ni mo men boko Lamin Diba ñol ni wol lamfuta no tanu nden sawo sur la no Gambia kono bi brin saro de jamono fo ya jamono bri ya jame nata alafta political party be ban la ani ñille kelta ku de kerima menki ñilla bari wultale lota ko Gambia dingul I hope that for them be mbeolo silole kam that no matter what the wulla le pour Gambia la kola nga neo DJ nga loka make sure Gambia free. So Lamin Diba ni membe mirala si mirala as an individual me alon ko stood for true democracy and multi-party democracy in the Gambia. I will balon di fala saya ya tarawati men Germany. Alma la jam sono yala taso agena dimala I dimba am fanan to koma alma la balu ko sono yala ka barka bi la ko do kila ba ko.
Amen.
Dimba
Yeah.
Okay, you are welcome.
Baraka back Bintu Mr. Krubally kontona man sabatan tula gadin kada ka jakona ba fa la ilaha illallah la sharika Allah Allahu akbar kabiran walhamdulillahi kaseeran subhanallahi rabbil alamin la hawla wala quwwata illa billahi azizul hakim obe ko la mbe son fana kontona Mr. Diba mbaton mbe mbala mul kontona sawanyina mbele musawanyin ta mbele kun kanin ta gen safo don because suno la melan ko amanda la family damala amanda UDP damala but Gambia belam because it all fanayat na molian freedom of speech sort of without it all ado kwale because to be honest ndolta findila din sa ko nka lo stri ko kan pour ya jambele system way fale but it all keke nda kan jambar ya kan ngam mu istiloti Gambia na dajala ro kamala drom be suno la da bele kanyanta je amanna ni party line but Gambia di ya kam bele kanyanta je with that mbata mbafla la family ko we are very sorry and then be together with them pour suno nyin ka tantande o kamala drom be tan lambe jela for the program today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Tamba?
Yeah,
you are welcome.
Ikamoy.
Moy.
Okay, thank you, Sister Binto. Abaraka bake wato dina progana nyim platform auto. Thank you very much for joining this platform, Mr. MB Krubally. Mfangola manole mate fangati. Mfango kafunyole Mr. Krubally. Mr. Fati, ifana mugambia dingoleti. There's one thing me atinam baby jang be siring bi be nyindiamo kala wala Gambia la kuoti. Yo jedum Mr. Diba Lamin Dambun Diba nta kumandila Lamin Dambun Diba la because mfa malem na kodale be opposite bundum anala dindingol nin tolle football o ken tolle grow up ta nyokan yes nte bota santo sato la wa every school holiday wala every half term be combo adingol ngawol lonne inside out ntol ka kumandi ba Lamin la ngale na mafangola maybe at the first year color TV sort of me warata so Champions League football on European football on tolka jubeno salo le kono yalo so kabra bantante ngam famale je wale niyo minjio doyata wolumo kunum so I was shocked and nga forumo sort of nka diamo dame to law konyoto nka konyo nyin commande Boston lala yo na dingol be kasi wala to hani bi nkadiamo nyame political coma na dingol kadiamo every single time nkanyo mako ele different things sort so nte ngafola Lamin Dambundi by UDP mfama le banta ngawle je first and yentela political long dela political doesn't go into people's personal life mambo la personal life ni me mako personally ntela ete komo tinyala no o mantarantela mala fi moy ala do ko lose fang because of political lafta menna moye palaso soto e Gambia samba nimbenum C ya samba D nimbenum D ya samba E ntela political beta ta na to la mang mola la soto because ye Gambia jele mbele denta ya jele so Mr. Diba mbedwa la e ala family ala manyin kusi fa famala ala family to ala ma ala dame na mam fengo fen soto nyin dunia adjana ya dada ya batum aya tara ja jama fango aya tara aljana ala ladulato wala be fonyonde na dam yo Mr. Dibanyol si fal ya long e balole ka fa bare e menke bula koma wonene te fala ya jele so ila legacy o better la koma le ye men kele pour ye dingol karandi e banko sama nyato better la janne fo faw ya moyle so ay ku betol menke mba tala mba sikandela ala fana ma ning alama mako menna aya fulfill no nyi dunia kono alama and told me bula ko man sa fulfill no in his absence. Thank you very much. Abaraka back.
Ala baraka. Yeah. Okay, Essa be line auto. Brother Essa. Essa alka Essa moylo ba. Binna alka moy. Essa fem fonye bam fonye funu ñu sé moy.
Okay, sister Binto ndebe imoy kan le bu malon ko la oda palanis ni do moy kan le ba be bu moy
Lamin alka moy.
Yo,
ke moy le mbe sangolo konton kam min keta na oncle ti Lamin Dambundi ba mbe konton dro syndicam family lawol.
Very well. To nyalam sangolo mi alon ko banko be kayenta honorable fama min keta alaji Lamin Dambundi bala sa banko be kayenta gi. So ko ko ma ma walo minna ayentara be be la because right now be no me pasa le as I speak to you.
Okay.
Ko ayentara be mitu wala be la ko saba sanja kono. So kibaro nyi fudara ma abudala immediately after the president I go to mota I
ala sa bulano malaika hinen tebul asadun argana firdaus kono so kunu akeda ni ko ya balati banko be kan
so maybe in the time well but that will some
yes yes okay sister Bintu
okay
for now yes now rolling
okay because ibulobe mutarene so lafta jump la programme on no kono ala malema nin ka ferkela on kulie lafta jump la right away nga kachanya start because ite man la fi cable anytime sign so mbe game on play okay so na nyinin kar follow be kala karte fayo min keta nyamina aketa nyamina west aning keri jarga ward MPP nata wini wodula flol bit isela analysis dingena noba mine ketaje
yo abaraka mba fole ko be ilamani andi la mbijen talansei di ngana activities ni stop le because mbe no manka mankunda nyin alancer kola interje barin ko am going ngoy ngatale ngata nga programme no sotandu mala ka programme ni fel talang woro we intera siri nembe patukan amunta kol kenya lam barno tembe parere mbakale pour mol be nge live par burum comme dongo di ala kuto e tetigi bolo ka banko mol tentu ke jayi sa ko fang moni mu nyamina wes anin ker gerga wodun kolu ke tentu ke jayi e tikonin tamaya min soto na patioto min ke NPP kan karafanyin karafar bala mi alon ka karafar kuma balati ni na dan analysis to ndolu pati kudola munde mi alon ko register le men na sanji kilimo lo konon ko wala ngolom last December register wala konon so nyi ngedan na force nyoborin tati nyoborin da melan kon dunta kono ngaje ko pati mo pati kudo nyaaw bari nyantan dabula la any electoral cycle mi alon ko keta aida keta the national one leti o constituency lombang o a ward fenko leti nyantan dabula la pe kono le so ala yake ba election so tan nyamina west so MPP party on ngandabla ke folo ngandabla ke nyaadi wolom nga kele ko min party doli yake nyamin paranto la ker nyaani na fata do mandi akeda nyaadi wolom nyim party be lori min kan wolom NPP patriotic wolom ka fa molle wadu to min grassroots party lamu party lom mi alon ko brabe aba lola mol min be dumalan ko malo ka fa nyaadi le grassroots mil be na santol kono na satel to na kabilol to na wolol to na constituencies nyol to kana foni dala regional to wolle patio nyillo patio nyimmallo ka boko at the national level wolle patio lo kana jindina mol kan at the grassroots amanke wo nyama patio nyillo to at the grassroots level anata mol kan santo so saying decision min betala patio kono aka follow womol leya wala na nyim fanang brimbe be mbeto man rokela pour mol min be lola NPP patio e nyamina ba election to aning ker gerga wor councilorship wo mo kili wolu million ko wolle be nyamina wes ngalla moy wolle la amunda mo tang aning fula wolle lafta ka lo NPP la tiketo la so wo mo tan nim flo kono janning mbeta ka primary ñu organize itema alna da kilo commandi kilo min jonata doya o banta so atoda je mo tang aning killing ñu mo tang anin kilimo na wala na primary ki primary fanan delegates ñol min nata ibota ñamina we songleto tul fongleto mon troki mol min bota protocol council of NPP wol tadale ka process o ñin ka oversee ka crossi abelari nyadile but imam diamu tasoto je imam final sesoto je they are just there as an observant so brin nyaminen kol fonga to man troke e nyolong bato mo killing wala biram so then honorable biram so inata wala tika ya di NPP party wala ko nyamina west ko le wala tombong pour ka loye NPP la tike dola then ker ga fana akata ke nyadile ker ga mo sabale ya asabe so NPP to yala then bige dro mo kilunata withdraw ko ataya bula jimbo fulolile so nyimmo fulo na napo ko sa ngenim bita by election la ba o ke killing ani musikilin nam sa en la pa ale consensus building ke wala aldama e kacha to alse ñom moy no alse kene bla no ñoy hani manta ba primaries la so ina da kacha ke woni na da foko sani ate ya bulale musoye ya je ba on dolla pati wala principle wala mu all inclusiveness ka mo be da dundi ko kono muso ke dindin keba kaje ko bele kayenta NPP regional bele kayenta ge siol bele kayenta ge dino bele kayenta ge woto ka kene bula ñoye ke woni musol tema in any decision making positions wo mu kulati mi yalon ko be loring NPP la sartol le kan so inata ke woni nata bula musoye min kita our gate then our gain at a contest on our ticket as NPP councilor Gerga ward then nada dun campaign kono ñindula flol be ñun mi yalon koy contest primary le man na gagné wor be na da kafum kanne hani fam patio dol fam bigé mi yalon ko wala mol contest ila primary la comme ni na la ñamina wes comme GDC be ñami wor fam la mo na dal ka la fan kan kale ko non to la primary clinta tata ñama wala ito la mo la tamandir ñame ñafa ina da sawnan kana NPP patio to kana kafum kan na campaign trail ñin kono so campaign na take alhamdulillah campaign ke anyande kala nyami ngalual kanda ngalual punya dia mol siata wurol ke bari ngaw jela ko man ngol ko mbiro ibuka boya da ken sola ni aboy fo ase kuma so min fola na dala la kere ina kera nyina dina bar fa se fen sura min fola o buka bayno ko kono adu nyobon ta fa ni wonata but as far as NPP is concerned ndol ngan campaign sambanin hormoni bunya la ni fluo anim fanan ka campaign ethics nol ke bunya campaign loi ne sarto mi alan ko AICA landi lota bele ka ngabe bunyale olumina election keta fo ngana wino soto man hani loi ke tinya ka do AICA ne me blocho ni campaign ko allanyi o manta silola so kamala dum na pol be data a nyamal ak data la nyami so fo nyaminan ko nata wakili ke ila kawci ka di biram sola midlota NPP toyala kerger ka fana yake wala nyama nata gagné baso do ñindula flo do gagné mi alon ko akada tarik wala di ngin Gambia la banko la electoral cycles kono
okay so ngela starting mo mbe call la back mbe modo fana mbe MC fana call la while mbe Krubally fana mbula la diam yeah then mbe call la back yeah watch yeah
no problem
okay thank you Mr. Krubally, you go ahead.
Yes.
Saite ye Essa la kacha moile lafta if ana ye tafonyana ye ba election onye ye mine mira apot.
Yo mbe Essa kontona je abena base URR makamakunda. I hope it be je wat men na isa je molbe siringe nyameng because wala fana mu tamoti ni tamada itara banko kan isa molbe siri nyame pour ici la life ñol improve no election o kedale NPP winter carte kese Gambia banko kan a important ale siran a important ale bar janninga singa analyze ko mune kida ker jarga ani mune kida nyamina ali nga singa jube NPP o siran so nyaadi le man sa kunda be siring itinare nyame ite wolonne bari tada yi koy bida politiko bari la politiko kono mol ba fula ko e men spend je million lom pour ka o sirawolta wokkamma itada yi gambe na flota bari ma wodronje ngaje na minister ta mele alon ko be doko la Gambia banko e wulta e mol na flota itada e mol nene siraw sodo birin wotambida BBB ndeni rebe diamula bi basé dungol be fundraising la pour ka bo holo ke Koba Kunda primary school crown be mankeri banko kan But in the belo ngaji baro e chabota $1.5 million ala National Assembly member reward wala. But I'm in the Gambia kono. Ndenga wa na kachana nyante nala wala ngalon ne ko siron ta de nyame. Bari nga ñoo kunindi nga jube mum process le yusta pour wo siron e soto. Mbe COVID-19 kono bi ni gathering baye ke corruption le akendi nu ani abuse le akendi nu nga ya jame bondije. Bi ñu government men nata bi wolbe wala kagay be balura wala kan. United Democratic Party nene mam perform well in Nyamina. That is no excuse. But in the manta GDC la siraw noma because ethically in the nga jube la ko ila siraw lom ke wala banda 1 year 4 months before election. It is only right that ñi lim ruje ila siraw ya muda for next general election. Wasiran doñin daraw kama, it is not a stronghold, but we participated. So we have to look at the process. I don't tell lakachabi amanyana nalako, until bebe karandi mbe kuninde mbe Gambia kelola, mba fura ko dala sito anembi miridaba nga jube munebe kiri na banko ka muna mbe batari muna na ite binto iwulta ibe nying interview la bi pour ye Gambia dingul diamundi pour nga na banko dada. Bari nga government also me yalon ka be over 5 million do ba fula 50 million ka bondi je kataka siran kilin nyini wal na molbe batari ka lo molbe batari ko be molla healthcare caring ka moto sang ka mol nganya wala baro nata nyame baro e wolonne NPP nata nyame ye wolonne Italia ya jame konde menna ibe wole kekan adon del Gambia dingol na responsibility moment to be wolom nyindi ko ngam fanjube nga fuko where are we heading in this type of politics nga nyine kelebam nyina ke nga ya jame bondi wa ya jame sara da bondi aku sara da corruptale coalition ya jame bondi because ko ya jame corruptale he's brutal. Now we're seeing Adam Barrow doing the same thing. Moment nga nyata wala itala Gambia dia nyanta question la back adu nyanta wala jube la nga jube ko where are we heading as a people? This is wrong. It's wrong politics. This is not what we fight for. We need to create a level playing ground. The government is not using our resources to go and capture the nation.
Thank you. I have MC on the phone. Brother MC. You are welcome on the program. We are talking about the elections, the by-election, Nyamina and Kerijarga Ward. You are welcome. Young Madiga. Can you guys hear him?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be part of the group with my brother Tamba and
Can you adjust the volume a little bit?
And Mr. Krubally, now this is the first time when I come on the same platform. The first time when I got the same platform, Krubally, brother Krubally and Lamin Tamba of APRC and Fati. First of all, I get the opportunity to pull down the UDP because some Papa again, I don't know, Mr. Diva. Honorable Kande is out of town, but the new called was a pull new jale.
Hello?
Yes, but I think that Fongnale, I am.
Okay. Hello?
Well, Yamadiga.
Okay. Danga disappear. Go ahead. Let me add volume a little bit.
Wow. Come like the discussion the jale wa UDP Mr. Dibo hamne gen aduna yalla ko yalla yerim te hala ko ajam ko pakara bi te yihenu fognane discussion is very important moy the about by election bu Nyamina and Kejarga Ward. And I think people like my brother Mr. Krubally fognane 2016 I think right now warna muna
Hello?
Yang ma dega.
Aha, okay, go repeat a little. Ngane Mr. Krubally lan.
Well, my name is Mr. Krubally. Now, so brother, we're now going to apologize the leadership of the GDC and Honorable Kande because 2016, leader GDC Gison, Sipan Barrow. Where personally, my brother Krubally was a lot of allegations towards GDC, and GDC was sponsored by Boko Haram others. And I think that it was not true. But I think it's a political tactic that I don't use against the leaders of the GDC. And right now, we are all paying the price. Right now, we are all paying the price.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Krubally. He's a brother to me.
Okay, so election be Mr. Krubally can hear you on that one.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm trying to keep you so that
right now,
so your connection.
Right now, everybody now is paying the price. Because for voting for Barrow for Muneka president of this country. And I think so second term in about the Nyamina is very simple of a hell, not the people they love Barrow or the support NPP, no. We're NPP in Gina election seat.
Okay.
Yeah, Nyamina.
She's having issues.
Sometimes I get sad when I connect them from Gambia. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Okay. Lamin.
Yeah.
Okay. Mungenyo. Be patient. Facebook. This is important. Be patient.
Nyamina, they could surprise. Nyamina, they love NPP. President Barrow, but then they talk will be based on Alice Lagai use. Nyame lova have more. Then you don't take for here, ni ela nga jok, il kami jola ko nga ti kami no wane yo ñu votal. Wow. I believe in part of the campaign team. Before then isi 100 pick up laga isi.
Okay.
100 pick up laga isi pick up. About 36. So
Munga move around for your connection a little bit. Munga move around.
Yang ma diga.
Okay, legi yangi clear, yangi tane tuti.
Wa nyami na lupa mina bugai ay pick up bi. Ke ne rek nak. Tidak bisa kiri kan jual ambil ndawali sampai lebih tadi so ada video lupa hew mo dem nañu yem de konos andi alkalo andi ci and pindi ministers cabinet ministers system de
Okay.
Hello?
Okay. Oh. Okay. For ma hara ma call back, okay? Let hara ni kena wax ma call back. All right. Connection. Lamin go ML go ahead. What do you think? Itala analysis mo minute. Mbe nyum call back. You are mute.
Also, no sinding crap je man kim dem mic mo so be beti al mo beta dem moy ni membe jam la on iba de sound ni se steady.
Okay.
Mala jumale yam barabe noise kanjela all the time.
Okay, go ahead.
Also, then never know for about the election is no diamo mo wara je back because mtolom participate and the reason man participate is because ndolong ajelo comment I mean ways of found them down on the side because ndolbe focus la men ngaja tamen treje amansia pura marial tamen complete so amansia même bota je fine nata kanyeda o NPP kanyeda is fine but même bota je ndolong ajelo ko ala tamlem so anende ka continue bara ala ndi wala nyaaw ba be bola baton kam so ni même fanan nata fanala faka loy feje contest election is fine because Gambia kuolam. Yo bantolbe damin tol man contest ge andu manta activity na je manta campaign na je man diam ko ka kuola. Dola men ja ko to wala nyinto même bota sira nyinto benno suno tandira la mo la dron katandi ko because o man kan no biela intentional prior traje I before the limit of the term o man kan mo la visti bar ala la kero mo man ku no oto ni wonata momo yalan ko lafta participate la pour que do ka sira on place do ila right lambot GMC as the party ndol man participate and no interest fananta je pour kata sira nyini je.
All right, abaraka. Tamba, on mute. Go ahead.
All right, okay, yeah, by election over Benjamin, yalong, nimbe diamala government la quarter. Government la activity soul, luale can regulate because it's a public organization or public entity. Luale can regulate. So, until APRC malu nyamina West because na candidate who pulled out last minute. But lotale kerjarga. Until ngamen JJ Wallam. APRC because Manta countryside for nearly 4 years. So Nying is like almost like testing outing for us. Laftaka Jubere for now regional basis all there still there. For now support base is still there. And walat nanga more Lundi because Nyamena West Jikita ko ninga more London in very good numbers so maybe even win. But in a candidate not to pull out last minute. So tada kerjarga ward contested nga funding ke dolo ni ye ka fa ko we jara. Okay, GDC ni NPP la allegation on member Nyamina West. In fact, allegation dol fangok sototale non kerjarga ko NPP be menna. NPP APRC report sinya fula, I think, sinya killing. Then the other time complaint ko APRC be la campaign yo affect kanen kerjarga. Yo. Bare ni allegation ol be ko ye motole samba je ye molla voters card le sang ye mol kalindi alquran la kamilo la mo kana mo pro ye kodindin dila ya vote NPP yalla abe ni nga luwaju be menka na electional kanta ama foko ka mola voters card o ka convince o ka jo ka kudo diala wala ka fai ko alkana ta karte fai is illegal. Yes, voters card buying naketa yasan ne ya retain that's illegal but naketa yasan ne amariya kodota ima force man kudo keje luwa man fem for water wamudati politics lati because menka happen water walem mo kana win le malon ko amanke mol la choice ti amanke good representative of the people but a party mentor walela kudo wala nafulo siata wala tina ganyata but amanke ko mole lafita pour marry more represent so democratically is wrong pour kata foul play ke pour ye win ni winter maybe nyin kendingo me winter nyamina West amanke nyamina kola wish the pour I got represent abe minority represent kan because niaje electoral voters all member of constituency to Emausia back, but it's still a win. Legally, Fema Bali Pura win Wonyama.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you're going to represent people, you more represent based on their will, the majority, the will of the majority. Yeah, so this candidate from MPP Winter, GDC Looster, but maybe among the right representative of the people of Nyamina West. Kerjarga is the same thing because Tonga funding kale na candidate Ninga Melondi. Kerjarga ward is very popular, involved in youth stuff. Yo, Barrow government do imam fenke Kerjarga, imam fenke Nyamina West member tinala mole from those constituencies will vote for them. Yeah, ala incumbency nala nafulo nala influence minister sol beta taje. Barrow kabrung a winter since 2017 adunta government. Amam fenlo Nyamina West, amam fenke je4 lunga menna demba so. Peace be rest in peace, brother. Lunga mena banta ngamwe wo wiko famole toli la kuruko dati pour ka oba election yin ka kele. It didn't even give him 40 days and nga video jele nga audio mo le 40 days fangi ma diala pour ay la kuke ay fonyandeng nga sutura dame. It all tata campaign dati. Again, womu morality lati amanke legality. So legality they've done nothing wrong. Morality based on our culture, they've done everything wrong. So by-election onying, again, niajube politics la history. By-election onying midterm election, opposition all they always do well. Small parties always do well. So NPP, just because they won 2,000 votes in Nyamina West out of a possible 5,000, and the same thing in Kerjarga, they won 1,700 out of a possible 3,000. Although they done well, it's a good start for them. When it comes to the national picture, UDP lemo, GMC lemo, GMC, GDC, APRC, it's in our collective interest sign. Menketa nga ubula koma. Nga make so Baro ye forward later because Baro ma mola interest of NPP manyanatara government. Nim Baro sa change those time, but in now and in next year. I Gambia la nyewo busi EU in Chinese or in Senegal bulu. I Gambia la tulo busi wall bulu. I Gambia la border busi wall bulu. And he concentrates on Gambia no la interest first and foremost. Most are vote now next year, but our current conduct abe menke kang mansa kundato and in Gambia, amanjari moe karte kese kilindi barola. Ama deserve. But by election on you molia di yalale because of ye manya menke nyamina west and ye manya menke kerjarga ana manya nying ntela opinion not amanyinya amanyana sotola. Wa ngaji la molka foko hanga Lamin Dambun diba ngala kuo fojang duatae muna naman dua Lamin adabo e membote UDP atata NPP. So amanke ko mampare ka dua Lamin adabo e aboko topiko nyin natale bi because Lamin Dambun diba banto kununne. So mbe dua Lamin adabo e anim Gambia molbe men niol doyata jandim binala nyim programme to live.
All right, thank you. Mbe brother MC. Okay, MC, you are now there. Yeah, okay, legi wahal. Yang tanenga tuti legi.
Wa lu ma doon wax ci affaire yi ñamina lu fa xew dafa simple nekkul nga xamne an allegation la wala den tuumal NPP and government bi dafa nekk politique nga xamne politique tilim fa nekk and I think as open up for the opposition parties pour ñu bàyyi xel NPP seen politics bi man musuma foog ne jëna nit am na waaye maa ngi ko door a gis in ñamina because dama feel like ne kenn ku nekk am nga right am sa carte dem voter sa bopp bo lu xew ñamina mooy nga gis ne waa NPP yi ak alkali yi ñooy dem ci kër kilifa yi ñu eela nga jóg ñu jox la kaamil nga téye kaamil ñu jox la enveloppe ne la mu ngi nii waatal ne soo demee sani carte ak sa njaboot nga sani NPP loolu moo xew ñamina and gis ne fa ñu yóbbu fa ay maalo yóbbu fa ay sigeer yóbbu fa ay ciment yóbbu fa ay corrugated 100 pick up moo fa dem in ñamina and ñamina is village moo nekk in ñamina each village ñu yóbbu fa 3 pick up boobu every day ñu rey ñetti nag sido nagi sido ndawali mu bàyyi fa nekkoon
hana lolu dafa illegal in the face of the law. Do you think is that illegal?
Man I think that is wrong because law bi waxut ben law waxut ne mun nga man ma feel line is wrong because tem nit ki ku nekk am nga sa right because lu gën a am solo mooy doo mën a jël Barrow fa jël Gambia si for 10 months teg leen na place Gambia yaa ngi sona ñi ngi xiif the entire Gambia am kenn ko xamee foo dem te ni yaa ngi jooy so gis na weekend point si Gambian si mu ne léegi right now by election si sooy blame na nga blame di IEC because by election war na am bu yàgg because loolu bi dafa ne 90 days nga war a 90 days war na am by election IEC ñoo drag election si pour gis ne NPP gën na am support base in ñaamina and secondly nana mu nga xam ne daa si COVID-19 funds boo xam ne ñu ngi ko jox di poor farmers so bàyyi xel ñoom location bi dafa war a nekk in Dankunkung bu leen jël xaale 3 days pour election ñu isi ko biir ñaamina household bu nekk head household bu nekk normally moo war a am 3,000 but in ñaamina it compound moo xam ne yaa ngi ko jógee kër bu nekk ko fa jógee rek jox na la 3,000 parce que la ko jox lan moo la jox xaalis bi
okay xaaral ma yokkal la beneen question bi as far as yaa ngi clair fu mu nekk ni ñooy Barrow mu ngi doon maye Barrow government minister of agriculture dégg naa gis naa ne mu ngi maye ay donkey how they call donkey in Wolof again yes and there's no rainy season at the moment so yeah what is the use of is it politics or is it bribing them for the elections coming?
No, it's an insult to the farmers, to even the Gambians, insult because so by hell that was a tractor when Jamel ko joxon the poor farmers don't len tractor si Jamel ko joxon gaay so ñom tractor dem ko jël from the poor farmers when Jamel ko joxon ko ñu jaay ko ñom seen boppa ñu xamé they rich people len ko jaay ñu xamé ñom ñi am alel ñuy len jaay tractor so foog naa su wara jël mbaam war ko jox ka to the farmers loolu insult to the entire Gambia loolu ñu ko condemn mais bala ñu éga fofu mo bëgg explain lu xew ñaamine yépp ñu understand
okay
lu xew ñaamine man I was in APRC la nekkoon I was member of the APRC lu ma gis ñaamine mo ko gis on the APRC alkali yi dugg ci kër yi bu ci élection di jël pick-up bi NPP di duga di gene wa ñamne sen kër yi ana ñom ñu dem voter jolen kami ñu waat jolen xaalis ne jolen ko NPP musul am APRC pas 2 years lu xew ñamina chief yi alkali gouverneur yi bo ñëw ministre yi bo ñëw ñamina une taxpayer mo leen spend di jëna coupon si di even driver nga xam ne drive pick up driver minister of health la gay use driver la gay use ñu do the campaign NPP nekk in election because of people love NPP or love president Barrow but they win because dañ ko jëna an lolu tak bo mu ta wok di inter wok na in ñamina fine but for despite wok na in ñamina nga xol ñu gëna vote wi ni ñamina an kejega wol less than 6000 Gambia ñoo gëna vote lo munta may Barrow mu nekk president Gambia so compare GDC ak UDP ak APRC lu ngay am Kejaga ward so ko bolé NPP they lost the elections in Kejaga ward with all the vote of the opposition party they lost the elections so tak bu gaay di use halis bu gaay di use bi ko xamné weekend point ci Gambia ci moy tejn Gambia ci ben place jaangi sona Gambia jaangi hiv man dama gëm né even ñamina dem na ci l'hôpital ni ñamina bi l'hôpital mi lu gëna daw yaram l'hôpital ci boma amul garab amul even personne amul ci l'hôpital bi even ambulance fogon na suñu paré wara jéxal élection war nañ mëna bayyi ga ñaari pick up sax pour ga mëna use lolu pour mëna ka ambulance ci in ñamina wess bor ku di bi mama kan ci wa mo leen dimbalé naka rider bu nga xamné moy mëna ep jigeen xamné ñi ngi biir ba 10 mo dem ci l'hôpital bi after élection bu mu passé with all the pick ups bu nga xamné ga wone ko ñami bu mu paré ga dem park pick up bi yépp yobu ko Banjul so lu xew ñamina amul yoon amul ndox amul internet amul dara and with all the promises me ga ngron def fofu in ñamina if no lawa wa ñamina if amat bam lañu promise na leen jox ndox na leen jox yoon ama ba amul ndox amul yoon amul dara so adabi ko na bala ko isi yen moy bu ko fu mu joge Samba Diaro is next to you ñamina def ko amul ndox amul courant amul yoon bala ko isi ñamina wess moy bu ko fofu and le Demba Sow dafa yaga xexal wa ñamina pour gis ne yaga na ko joss ne gi bi day faal ko UDP am na ñu wax ne UDP ñoo de ñoo baak GDC mo da GDC loss election ci man gomal lolu GDC is a political party la each vote counts so mo tax ñun we are using UDP sen support bi dañ ko welcome and appreciate nañ ko and lu gaay wax na set wich ñun dañ solo vote everybody so if UDP come pour support GDC dañ ko wara welcome and I think that on behalf of the GDC ni nga tan UDP bu baaxa ba neeku ne dañ ko wax rek bo dañ ko jëfé they were on the ground with us campaigning up to the last day even some of our polling agents from UDP la gaay joggé nek ci polling agency so I think that li xew in Ñamina is to all political parties right now it's not about sitting at the Facebook sagante and the best thing let's go to the ground and decide people the importance of having your voters card because right now civil education it's very dormant nation liggéey mo da Gambian ci xamul right because tay man nga jox ma $5,000 man lolu bëgguma ko lu ma bëgg moy nga isil ma l'hôpital ci Gambie isil ma ay ndox isil ma ni ba isil ma good education lolu la soxla da nga jox ma $5,000 mo ne ko one day adabi day mo tok 5 years ay sofa
okay so mang la bay nga wax way so dina la call back denga so madam si Krubally dina la call back denga so we might continue talking why dina la call back all right jerejef okay Mr. Krubally can you unmute please okay you unmute yourself okay go ahead yemine mira ala kachani
okay you unmuted me okay can you hear me now
ala kachani ko yemine mira je ala kachani ko
ikamwele Yo, first of all, MC, it's really nice for MC meet. Namina MC meet. Kajel on social media, somebody very politically active na, political kono. I come killing for me along con left address, along con into address la koreke. Well, bimbe dictatorship kelekang. Campaign be doing what men now. I don't want you telling you mbakela for one final time. Momo ninte audio jela damen teko ko Boko Haram leka GDC sponsor no. And I'm going to paraphrase it. I say, for all you know, it could be anything. And I mentioned Boko Haram. But the MC yanta men jibela wala nyindi ka même fo italien men jentel ma wajenum before. Nga wala ke sign barodo. Tana sabali ani Edward Singade sida idiamuda TRRC nata. Today the Gambia is at a situation me alonko we have to move forward ko tambaya fo nyame. We have a very incompetent government. Government may alonka amam balafa na molye. Nten nyanta menkela sign janimbe koma jubela. Alinga nyato jube ngafu ko nyanta munekela puruka nyimman sakunda kurungu bondi je. Mela alonko molla na flow takane. MCMF is very important. In pick up 100 pickups le tada nyamina kono puruka campaign. bri winta bortana ina celebration community yake banjulle ima ke nyamina fonkono ima hani pick up trop kilimbula je ka fo ko problem musol ni bida lutano o ni bida fenkol. And these are the things me along ko matata back. So MCF 524 is very true. And del beja and nyandamen jubela as the opposition in the country today. What direction is our country heading? If we all agree that it's not heading in the right direction, we thought it was the worst time in the country. So we have to come together as a people and point out the inconsistencies member carry. Nintel kontel ngaya jame bonu men corruption lom anin kuria. Ngaje ko na ministerial fund ndel lora on national TV. Lamin Tamba fund anin the moment in bijan ndel hanin dingul muge busa. But lora ngaje na minister abe ke kana busala because wobe kulela atbe diam ko watmen. This shows you nimbe mu sign dingul le melia lonko. Nimma nyil address birin sign. We're going to have a major problem. Nga nyine kenu ya jame watola nga ya jame enable mon ka fule ya jame famon kuria nde I beg to differ bari molle ya empower ni mon mbi yebi iba miracle itelbe UDP ani fenko APRC ani GDC le niyo kuyandikan ibe Gambian kulli niyo kuyandikan wala na TRRC nga menje je wala ni ko faro ani kuria mi kernu banko kan mon ma woje sa nga wojere wala dinantel ko ali nga ta government noma na government kendo nati na fu government ko menna toñaade so MCM fo toñalam bari Tamba fana men fo we need to take a look at until funding ko be bijambi until we don't have any issues against each other. We have to be progressive and look at na kebali akele they supported democracy, they supported multi-party democracy, they set the foundation for us to continue. What are we going to do? We all agree that we're heading in the wrong direction. Let us now look at how to get rid of this, how to stop the corruption, how to stop the misinformation, sensitize the people, and take our nation back for the betterment of our country, ourselves, and our future. Follow la form jutu neale. Ita be sirin damen bi ita dum form. Molbe mira kan bi wala nyindi ko hani modern agriculture. Molbe mira kan men bi wala computer alti. If they follow Tayadi Mola, district where Baro and his government has no vision. If they follow Dila Mola, Purita Senola, Itama Masilo di Mola, Iman Tractor di Mola, Iman Solar Energy Kije, Iman Pumping Fankol Kije Mealonko, we can farm 365 days. Itama other methods Jive, Fueka follow letter, who follow Muku Kilinet, Saralo. Then being alonko Moriam and Gambia be well, that's the whole purpose of this. It's like give out a live animal and he's giving it out. But it teaches us too that when we elect people into office, why are they looking down on us so bad that they have to give us donkeys and not cars and not computers and not classrooms, not running water, not electricity? Why a donkey? We need to ask ourselves that, and we need to educate our people. Gambia dingul be sirinje meda lon ko dokute buli be graduate la in the thousands dokute hani kilimbulu ite be mira fenna moy mira pour que scholarship o nyini wolya pour que sola ke college olto bari e falolta e mon la ga flota adu ni falol kono e koy bo dila molle la pour que filinde mo. The responsibility is on us to wake our people up, to understand what is at stake, and we have to do it collectively, us the youths that are politically active today, to get rid of this government and move forward.
Thank you. Lamin, hold on. Let me get Essa back. I'm trying to salvage the little time we have with them before their connections just will go away. Essa, Essa nimbara. Butu wange murundi na nemmalon foiba kacha follow. Kacha follow kan. Okay. Hello? Okay. Lamin, you chip in.
Network.
Let me wait for Essa. You chip in. Essa.
You are me to chip in?
Okay. Lamin, come in.
Yeah, so Franco Yela, NPP be menkekang, just like follow because ntenga ko safele extensively. And I'm not Ntemantera kom mol kamen foko sadalem barobe sadale bondi kampuru ala mansea nying se as a mol feeling ala man say anying se as a meno man say asiranguka. The problem is Barrow government family tata e mola tractor ta the same farmer sol bulu ya busi bulu ya ta ya wafi. Okay, niata farmer sol bulu iko jamme ya di mola because walka APRC la support. What are the UDP supporters all la? Are the GMC supporters all la wala GDC supporters all? Kanata ya wafi koditiolma wala yata ya saying kan nuance farmer sol la wala yata ya wafi Senegalelma. Ajube jakali pasha paringol kabru sama dati be complain kan e kata Senegal le tractor ni 28 tractor le benun jakal pasha ya jamel di yola di gal ya belesis ya wafi Senegal ma aning Gambia ko tiolma so jahali pasha mutola mano be kabonandame wal kata Senegal e ka tractor ni woto ka murundi nan kasa manan Gambia pour se no keno munana kabriyata APRC supporter sol bulu imati UDP supporter sol la Emadi GDC supporter wala GMC wala NRP supporter so ya dira yo baro be menda be political la ka falota ka di mola in 2020 tractor na be chief kilimbulu wala alkali kilimbulu aka sate wala district bele sene mol kana la ko okay sama abitala Momodou Krubally la kunkola to sama ML Fati la kunkoto next day binto benato la kunkoto aka kenum wala nyama at a cheap price sign. The poor farmers, put a tractor killing higher no, is 1,000 to 1,500 per trip per day. Yeah? Imagine farmer Jumal be afford la in July, August. Tamu men na balu nyafa ka kolya na farmers all bulu. Yeah? Kabo February kata August is the most difficult period for our rural folk because you remember sending the year before ya bele wafi wala ya bele domo. Femantu. But Barola government kamenke afere it had a North Bank mall there. And I'm sure Hanisere role in full member North Bank. They found this an insult. The same Barrow, a political member at the next budget, I have 1.6 billion construction and in rural projects. Yeah, a better nata election cutting, you know, abe walela because near silo long akadada nyameng 1.6 billion dollars at 86 kilometers of quality road that are no way. Siloni ba dadara ka jube tenda. Every kilometer ka $1 million cost. Either a B road or an A road. Na keta freeway wala motorway. Ntol coming for motorway dang wala American car for freeway. That's $5 million per kilometer. Akawala cost.
All right.
So 86 kilometers, 1.6 billion ta dadanola. The amount of money I may need for 86 kilometers of quality silo dada is supposed to be $4.7 billion. Well, it's 86 kilometers. Ajube call this in 2016 silo amended our North Bank. The same North Bank in 2018. I one rainy season drawn the last 2019. This year, Samaya Bela Kuntun Kunda Beti Yantian Yokono. Yo, but Yaja Mesilo Melo North Bank Highway, 1995 for B. Wasilo belorin kang abe bambande. Munatina I could only spend ye yesilo non de abambanta. Brikama to soma the same abe bambandring. Base soma the same abe bamband. Nibe silo lola. Batanyinta once and for all ya data because it lasts 20-30 years. Kanata political la kuala or be 86 kilometers of roads dadala for 1.6 billion. Ata data nola. That 1.6 billion it's 15 to 20 kilometers na betiata. Okay. It can't go beyond 20 kilometers. We're following more sadalem because I cannot understand mo meye tractor busi mobulu. I muruntanangi kanga ko follow fele ngema ko yesanoke.
Okay, Lamin. So mbe Essa murundila na mbe Essa murundila na Essa
Naam.
Essa.
Be moy kan de.
Okay, Butu go ahead.
Be moy kan yes.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Be on. Come on, Baro follow the
You know, I am done with the by-election issue. If you have another one thing.
Fenko, follow. I follow lady. I follow minidi. I track it all minute time all bulu. No bulal bulu. I follow the deal. Mbola ko kacha kan sai.
among anyway yalo molka ko misconstrued le yalo binto fanga kumola tandi yula mimbe kering.
Okay.
All right, tractor Santa Gambian upon Santa Corol minna man sanni silola. Amanta ni silola. You understand? So Nina de commissioner Lundi, Purkaje ko Corol min dunta, account all me iduntela imanta ni silola, yenter regulated for all cease follow. Then from there you can just regularize things. Yalon ko mine Mr. Mine Bekere, after na call him recording put straight. What can I do? So mbeta momento jang, power tila gel distributor, nisanji flokon. Asiara keme flotile. And right now, as I speak to you, track that came in a pipeline. This farming season get another payment, but at least 100 will be in place. What called last year. But as I speak to you, tender from the Ken, the more contract, on someone and Kagan in farming system of Kumasla, Kanaka di Senala. Ninsolning for rolling swallow. Ni manke bi kuti kabring jawara le jamano ngajele ka ndolla cooperative fond ka hol usinol ning seretol ning fen kol dal ke di senela la nyimbe pour ka ila capacity ning ka yirwandi because dol bije wol ne faro ning morning ni sosora bulu is good to go ya ona sala hu ning fe ko asala productivity ni la fanole wo man ni tractor because tractor fana ni anati amake free tractor ni anata manke free manga kadela kumpoto la ay ko free you have to pay par ni mon na di ya donto o ya so suola o ya so palola o ya ni so diale kay ko ni etiyo wafi na betata then we take 7% from it ya do mon jo fay bank is better for the some farmers than in a tractor di like kay ko tractor na bitele kumko sorma wala $1,000 ibe wala san lebe esenso kelebe nyinkela o tata bulo kono amana tractor service on ata sotolando tractor binalale but on top of that ngani falol fana ni suol ni sol fana natna ani la nyim bagas mesawolo nyi kunyol ni tumwarol ani seretolu ke di fama la miala ko da interested anu ibe la firi wala le pour que la soto bulo ni enhance sereto bi ngajele sereto kan na fami soto hani ka molla dunol cika from Johnson to Johnson sereto le na fami soto la mol dol bi yebe la palo soto ka wala mo be de kanola formal work ati katala ka ko ibetar la official kono par mi yalan koy debe ifana be santo kono isa molla dunol cikana kada molla na ko musola na ko fengol cikana ka samana silo kan ila ku cha panol ni mentem panol ke bonile na ko ka samana ila central to they give you money that all is contributing to the national development and imari la enhancement ni akol ila ani nya akol enhance
Okay.
so ito call down play la no ka be futti sungu na wol koto ñun be mu kula di mi yalon ko anata mine kam wala mu kaje ko ka senelal bulumuta kaje ko ka fendu bulo kono bi yalon ko abela soto bulo ñi yirwandi la so tractor min aka foten di tractor binala bara na binala dista abina abe soto la soto nya senewon la dala to the bidding process ay tari national assembly kono bo wala damin to ay koy bari ka tractor sanka di mo la politically motivated ko ima soto bla long adre fa wala ko do ko tanem bag dola ya dundike tol mantra ko sibato men ko do wala ndiko Gambian ko la ko do na dawda ay senea ay koy be ya long abada mun dole ay tadi bidai bu wala ya scrutinize momo la paka tenda ke ana tenda ki pone scrutinize ya win to nyani silola yeta ya sanna ay na aba distribute la nyamen fana ay distribute ay ndek la nyamen based on the recommendation of the parliament.
So, Barrow government fanang a lot of accusation of a caring, corruption si corruption or what example of the fisheries. Fisheries corruption or allegation of intitana yemina soto court.
How yale kuma banne ko allegation. Ko di sa ko ni ma PS ni samba administrative leave la dula investigation of keri yalo min ka fo alhamdulillah rabbil alamin bi afale bi mol ka fo ni kol be keri inteni mo be kata journalist mo be kata which contact mo be yalo nyola be keri anu lafta wala bango kan bari tambañol la masakundala wado man keno mo kirina kat dum pula ni to ko ba investigate la yeman di waye by out of the country that was the syndrome bari bi alhamdulillah bi momo is at yam dole you can just say bulo joxagn nole ya bako ñina mo keri ñina be keri den mo le kiskisro ke nata tonya yata ibare ta kitola na man tonya ya e findi yata ni ko nga gibele bari we cannot substantiate the claims. Okay. So fisheries min kada ge avec investigate can they send the PS to the administrative brief. Then the investigators are doing their job thoroughly. After conclusion, abinala mole to the light, momo along bimbe caring. mol ka wuro men ke corruption bi anin financial discipline nyim banko kan anene man soto wala na bi mbetembo minto sister nyin sila fulol min lata tending hakalangola silo anin nyin silol mi yalan ko be berola kan te nyimte 88 kilometers hakalang anin 86 kilometers mi yalan ko kununim bi karaso mo le berola kan nyim kodolu be banko Gambia banko asiata 2 billion di Gambia banko la na fula bodol to hani pantala transclimam bonange kana kan silo sponsor so niyo je otay bayila ko masakunda la tilmo ni la tamandri nya kendo ani la financial discipline wala atina no bi Gambia la economic ko be wilkam fekke mi de ka silo da more than 170 kilometer what ika da no banko dam mala ko le ka dunge man dulo ta dulato imam ma goro ni dulato banko la ko do min ka foto nyoma wala ka nyin kol nyin doku ni no so mota fo no la ka ko be la masakunda ala corruption ni dol ta misalo o take o man keto nyati
okay so thank you mbe call la nyato yame so be mobe be jinkanna den mbe line ol fana open na mole ya
no problem
all right am I easy but al nga do man nyofe thank you
Bintu can I come here if you can let me Bintu, can I come here if you can let me
hani ML tell him
okay.
Corruption abela nyoka.
Fine. Before me out, yaro nga ko nga for nyami tolman participate into this election, but basically number observe kan. Also, but nyin nga taro is an example. Nke mo ye mbe mo kan. Nga ba mo kan na Krubally and Tamba.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, mbe mo kan.
Okay, ito mo kan Bintu ya. Beba mo kan ba? Yeah, be mo kan.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, be mo kan, yeah.
Okay, Emily Teddy, I'm down figure it
out. Okay, I'm focusing about konga for nyame mum participate into these elections, but be sir number observe kan andu ngamen be je ko kono. I think ngamira Gambian or jama fanam be wala je ko kono, and this is the thing be mum fight kan pour kana na ko into the system. Also then the ngamen je ke comme nyimbe mum foka ka track to I mean follow the karabot ni but from the follow election nyafon yemenke I mean nyamina I think all of system of the Gambia be men kela kan kabir dem former government time o imalla for system si pala bankola na flow bondi ka campaign kala o da kadi mo na pour que carte sol sang o da katar kalo ning safe for kan ka kudo dila I think all are something melan ko baro fon start la diam kala ko do nana ta kera yo bar mbe nga jele yurandi la campaign time ko no akal safe for ning al kalo le fo pour ye da ka jenga moy amat ba always and baro fon kata moto watu man ko 2016 or 17 afon wotal ka ko wolti da kala politiko to kota but ngaji do ko nyim man na possible amanna continue no be da ke kan jela ko to feke comment pour ye da ka system o nyim ko yo dol mu kulade me yalon ko be system ko to mu wala murandi kannam yo bande menje all the baro system o be do ani NPP ndaga amira ñu da politique nyaay la fa fotam fan solo dundi Gambia me yalon ko be serious la back not now but we will see it later because e kanyin system on men be order nan ka foro din track to din karab amanka politique ko de fatam fan solo mu me yalon ko amam beti abanko kan because it only agenda la be bure kamen ka but this is not the agenda nyimu kula de me yalon ko to nabe dunna mol kanne la tundol kan bara abe dila mol la wa be mol na fala medicated support and government na duty la pour responsibility ni adi banko dingul bela as far as na la focus on that area but ngaje ko barobe system on men ke kan ame findina in time bara be bonda wato be kala politiko pour nyin kamala because ntol ndo ko Gambian tol ko baluni senola no fama solda siara banko ka 90% be fama solda but abakala dim fan so menti wala nginte kala falo na la suwol ne karab bondi Gambia di on kan katu dila ko NPP da fe on fele momo ya ko be NPP fa sala e sen ndi la senoka andum be anako ko dola mu senola karol ni momo ya lon pa e mat satite marta banko le fon il faut ko sen this area la dia ko ya fo mol se I mean a request block on because mola na fala bo karol mol me bulol me ko ben ni farol na dal suwol fo yam te block on that's right but not my body body la Gambia dum la ajanta ka be very honest I try I would the mol be la mel sulo bakam bar ajibe ni tara nyamina wato me be election o conduct je biri barola mol tara je ani kalerol me ikadi ka fo mol la mel ko sulata kalerol la wolu damante moti mel sulata kalero la Gambia kono ba ni dal tundo dol jibe modol be je sulata kalero la fo bi ka fonda jonde ta do ka mel la mel yalon ka manka kaleroti bar ani bi ni woni yafo na to ma sudo to la bundale to sulata mel lol bloko ni woni yafo ite danko la because ibe sulala menna ni woto area la ito danko la ni se ma ko kalero no bar muna no kalero no joron yasa ma nyamna because isulata député wallo tundo ka nim misal ka tundu do sulato kalero no jorala député ta lola mobi motage men selo e tol sulata men no area la o siranam o place wala mo den itol danko la bar nin sudo ko area rek ibinal fan no deliver oto politique nyala melan ko anotale aman civilized because e manyan na ka ke mankutoti e manyan na ka commentaire I'm sorry bo me ya ko no nyama NPP atabe membe fokam abe miro fokana ko lafta ka menke bari ibadi deliver to their people amanga ko to Gambians ibakala political de ka fatam fanso de Gambian wal kan katan diko NPP ni nyem fion nata bari betra NPP la fola yasoto o waranto benyen ko di letra NPP la fola yasoto deni ka ban sakunda la fanko ni ka samba ning politique nyame na ko nyam man sakunda fo se banko es fo se na flo di diba politiko kala bari nyale fanam bala atenti mai to ka nyame mo la sudo menti ka fitin ni karo menna o nyanta kala because o mule duty de pour ya indi Gambia ding be kam bara man nyala kala fatam fanso so nde men jokol kono wala nyitu ko NPP ande baro na la modu ibe politique nyame na Gambia fatam fanso la mun tengo wala land from this small election momentum bita ando ngaje ko menkana a fatam fanso nyi ba tamandi kan yaje suwoni foro ni ko bulanda ko ibla ta sembo waran la wala pour ka je maso to jannin kate fay babe sila tundu to ni fay je ni su sare to ni de fal sare to ni de foro ni fay je o fama soli bol xamen lo fon kan ka mo mun do la bundal la Gambia ndol fama ne mun na problème to adi moment so to Gambia no nyata même faham wala nyinti koy kana so moliye nene ila fion la to do sudari men lo bloko ne madila bar wato me sudari fenne to bloko ne kane nene ni fion la koy kane nyaawol ndebo minen kalora nyaawol nyinti iken nenne wala sudata nyinne ma kenya bar biri wato sita wato me ko lafta ma fendila ikane ka fini nyimfela o te ben nen kan because na wato tambita ito fion la jela oto nyimu kulen me ko Gambia no be nyanta hakilo to la baka NPP be men be sankam trakito lam bang falo lam bang suwolam bang abe politique no monte me yalan ko ibati ni tollala bawo suda da fenele blokon wala ak bibo fon be kafun kan nyoka nyimu hakil tu bati bare abeta dana wala nyinti ko lafta politique nyamen dun la Gambia wala fatam fanso Gambia ni se hakilo tu baka for pass politique abaraka ba
all right okay thank you mbe MB jandim bitala so security reform la MB if I'm on mute bang thank you if I'm on mute mbukalo boy but are we okay
I've been muting the MB, you still mute.
if I on mute mbatunge on mute go ahead
Okay.
He's on mute now.
mbukalo boy but
Okay. Yeah, I tell you mute.
Yeah.
Lafta mem fola no for ko Dampha la kumo lafta wala bindila. Niko physical discipline. Discipline manke ko every year you supplementary budget on yini. That means that when you have a budget, you sat and you calculated your budget, you stay within your budget and you do your best to work with that. Physical discipline
I'm trying to figure it out here.
Well, we can hear you properly.
I cannot hear you. At class, but no problem. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll catch up.
So physical discipline manke ko pour yeta ye moto sang ya nila. Physical discipline manke ko pour ye moto sang pour la campagne. Physical discipline manke ko pour ye moto ye kodota yeta man kama kunda ye mansuno loje. Physical discipline manke nyinti ko yellow Gambian kol nyato. Ita man yana physical discipline diamla ni be moto chabo tala be nganya la ba flo ko ba dile la National Assembly member la. What physical discipline is that understand ko we are from a poor nation, that when you're budgeting you stay within your budget, you stay within your means. So pro Dampha na ya formally physical discipline but sandon ko fana nyanta melonda baro nyama ma eta kombo kono ay falol di mon la je abo keno lante la santol drone so ntel sandon ko ntel nyanta fanjibe la ngafu ko munati na ni frère kombo balu kendo fon kombole bani na sandol kono ibe falole dilantel fonde la mol fo won man la fi kramon la bam the University of the Gambia main extension branch of the Basse they are short of teachers because teacher hani kiliman la fi la tala teaching la je inyanda wala address la ndel sandon ko men fanam bije nyantalo na le ko ndel fanam boda mo kendo le bala ndel fanam lafta yirwala le ko kombon kol man lafi falol la lafta computer la lafta electricity la lafta teacher kenno la na dula lafta sila kenno la bare not falol me e mabu sabu sire pour kada di namol la e manyana namol mabula wala so nin dam fa fiscal discipline di amala next time I understand ko let them not come back because in your budget omen di at the interbe yalon nako it's a matter of time before next year ibinalo ko de na supplement budget do laje ko de fiscal discipline manke ko president o me anko over $500 billion wala itala budget hani ya jambe famo ma ofenke fiscal discipline manke ko president o budget is $500 billion but the minister of youth sports and culture me anko 65% of the youth population is 65% of the population are youths but they get like in the low millions. That is not fiscal discipline. What we need to understand, especially the youth of this country, is to understand Barrow cares more about himself. That $500 billion is in the budget for next year. That is campaign money for him to get re-elected. But youth sports and culture, alala budget line o jibeba. Agriculture, alala budget line o jibeba. Whatever itala lako konyim president no I more respect no nyame now. Because $500 billion is pro president's office. What do you like for national development? But a youth soul men akatula kumbola. As a monekino, I follow the dealer. Ako alta senola was at a ceiling year about $500 billion. Nine banda moto sana besanso kela kuna binali yakurege kanal nene have $3,000 dealer. What $3,000 baro women di kan sade kono. Until moment ne mesirin jang na 3,000 jamal le dinda molla. So for the government to come yo di yamira ko mobe karto file wala na Gambian kunyanta kunina ya lonko imeta kodo domalale. Unless and until the government can come and provide amenities, provide employment, provide good hospitals, provide good schools, provide solar system, running water, good hospitals. So, physical discipline, it's not meant for you, it's meant for the people. So those mansions, the moment they tambila mankamanda, niela right jube, everybody la mansion le jela, niela left jube, everybody mansion le jela. This is what we're fighting for right now. So physical discipline out the window. And let them not come back here again and ask us for a supplementary budget. And they need to slash that presidential, $500 billion Franco budget. They want to use it for campaigning for 2021.
I'm mute. Thank you very much. Lamin, move on.
Yeah.
Follow. Let's go to security reform. Security reform, Abe caring, is ongoing. And I want to pick this example of Omar Sajo. Yes. Can you help us with that? Then security reform. Because APRC in Koli Amirakoba, it told me Jamme support already. They have been picked on. Ye nyalo itoleka. So after you explain in Tolie, then Sinana continue.
You see, the problem is ngamen fonung earlier what it security sector reform. Nyimol Barola government they took a lot of money from the war.
Mr. Tamba, I don't mute lana.
Yeah, sorry, I'll take the mute off. Okay, so the thing is ngamen fonung earlier what government is regulated by laws. Lualeka government regulate. Baro government, yakodi jamalata EU bulu, yakodi jamalata World Bank bulu for security sector reform and civil service reform. Okay, so in 2017, Ikoibe security service reform, it was one of the priorities of the coalition government. Ilaftaka security sector can reform completely. And the security sector is governed by the constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. But the security sector, there is secondary legislation, primary and secondary. Gambia Armed Forces, the act certainly that governs them. The police have got their own acts, and the immigration is the same, and the prisons have got the same systems, all right? So therefore, it is not all a security sector reform without going by the dictates of these secondary pieces of legislation. You understand? Ni ko security sector reform killer eka jubele on a fair playing field. The reason why APRC is aggrieved, and many Gambians, not just APRC, Omar Sajo Lakwo is affected everyone, Melanco, Alafta Gambia la cohesion la. Near Omar Sajo sack, Iko Amanke Gambian citizenship. You have to prove that among a Gambian citizen. Don't just make allegations. Yellow J. But why is Omar Sadio the only person member army member Gambian citizen? All right. So they sacked them. Okay. So iko Omar Sadio manke Gambian citizenship. They men Omar Sadio by, and they said it's because of the security sector reform. They men by there's more morning killing, more morning sabale by Nyola that day, and they put it up in the media. Oh, they sacked some traitors from the army. You understand? Why are they traitors? Oh, there are still some of them are feeding Jame the information. They're giving intelligence information to Jame. All right. But that was in security sector reform then. Yemo bondile because amanke Gambianti wala traitor them. That's not security sector reform. Luama security sector niba reform la ika jubele how close the army or the security services are to the government and politicians. Inyanta will link so le kuntula. Security services should be engaged and preoccupied with security only, security related stuff only. You understand? Security sector reform nyanta jubela the competencies of the personnel of the army. What are their roles on a day-to-day basis? Ikamune doku bankoto, whether you are bloated or the security sectors are not bloated. And this is the army, the police, immigration, secret services, and the police and prison services. Imam Fenke Odulalto. Yemenke, they targeted a few people, ye all by Armito, and those people on Niajube mel by Armito, they have one or two variables in common. Yeah? One, they're either from Fonyi or they're deemed as loyal to the former president or the former government. You understand that these are the only people. In fact, near security sector reform care, you cannot then turn around. More now, they confess to trying to overthrow a government. You will reinstate army economy because you breach the Gambian constitution and they breached the Army Gambia Armed Forces Act 1985. So Omar Sadio, you only use as a scapegoat because before 2017, the Jame government accused the Jame government has Casamas rebels in the army. They enrolled Casamas rebels in the army. Cameroon take over, they realize, oh, yara nyi mufaniality, Casamas rebel mantara army. So they sacked 21, 23 officers and they picked out Omar Sadio out of them. They call Omar Sadio mu Casamas rebel oleti, Casamas rebel leader dingolem, Salif Sadio. But Salif Sadio mang ding soto. Gambia Armed Forces and SIS, Gambia Army Omar Sadio Soron, the day after Yabai, Soron in the cell for 4 months. Again, breaching the laws of the Gambia. Security service sector change lanu. You can't dismiss army officers or police officers or serving security personnel without going through the legal process of doing it. Baile, the next day jail for 4 months. Gambia Luako, Nemo jail 3 days, Lung Saba. Nima charge Abula. But ni after ka detain, ka continue ka detain. Asamba lua nyatili mole yara detention on ya extend legally. Army mawoke, but ko it be security sector reform la. Your sign is SIS task the SIS in Gambia Armed Forces. Yata Omar Sadio la background on ya investigate. For Tonyalan Gambian for Tonyalan Gambian thing. SIS went to his primary school. They went to his upper basic school. They went to the Alcalo of Kabeke Labotadame. They went to the Alcalo and the head teachers and other people who were teaching in Marakisa school. Kabria Jakotonya Tonya Nyimu Gambia Dingolati. They cleared it. SIS cleared Omar Sadio. The Gambia Armed Forces cleared Omar Sadio. So therefore, the allegation of Gambia Army had Casamas people, Casamas rebels in the army, Amanda Ketonyati. But instead of reinstate, Yabula Jonyama. So Gambia government spokesman Ibrahim Sankare Nata, 2017 Wulial Memfotanum under Masa Nikinte, Atenata Kao Rio Echo to reopen the wounds, the bitter wounds. Bunso Nalkwebe Heel Kan, Ibrahim Sankare Nata, because EU fele ye baro government press or sign. Eko baro government eko 3 years tambita. Hani sa man security sector reform ke. Muneketa wale Ibrahim Sankare press or atata ko we have done security sector reform. In fact, we sacked one Omar Sadio and we've since deported him to Senegal, so handed him back to his father, who's the rebel leader of Casamas. Yeah? And I'm telling you, this man, Gabriel Sack, he was employed at Kunta Kinte Hotel as a security guard. A fellow Kununko, Samba court, he's obtained Gambian documents by false pretense. Amanke Gambian noti boy is holding Gambian documents. Apparently, document or renew. Samba magistrate court banjo. Ala lawyer na ala family na ala supporters soltata in numbers. Munaketa moment turn of government, man turn of court. Yeah, atata court moment turn up na munatina ima fire ima notice the lawyer ko we've adjourned it. So our case fell adjourned up to 27. So the main bodies men yanta
But
investigate
let's just limit the time.
Against Omar Sadio. Security sector reform mantaraje. Ima lafi menna ye wolle bondije. I lafita menna me ko they confessed coup plotters and other people. You all reinstate Gambia army. So therefore, there's no security sector reform, and EU needs to be told. Ko alekudo di mendi barola. World Bank needs to be told. UNDP needs to be told. Alekudo mendi barola. Abe ola takang, aba campaign la, abe call for la Gambia no li man soto. And wakodo nyinga tata nyamina west in Kerjarga. World Bank la 10 million to help rural households. Atata o rural households solia. Ako wale ko namasa kundale wili sabadiala aliaji le memmen ke kangala nale kate dina mba mbenyin kusifal mba mbekala kafula kasama nale mbe wili sabag mbekala dila so kodo menyona tala security sector and civil service reform ye wala ta ya pose ya dundila posoto ibe politiko ke kangala. Thank you.
Okay, Lamin. So nga fenka soto line auto sa mbal time lal nga nyi soto line auto Cham. Cham, hello.
Naam wa mala diga.
Oh.
Wa mala diga.
Cham. Hello. Okay. Alba mo ikan.
No.
Okay. Baraka break.
Chat.
Yes.
It's good now.
Okay.
Hello,
okay, Haramadef Kosi. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you know what affair security reform. What happened, an example about Omar Sadio. I don't know if you have any idea. Security reform. Okay.
There is no serious reform in Gambia.
Okay.
Reform political party reform establish NPP and build Gambia. There are reforms all this serious reform organize seminars or conference talk allowances for in Gambia. Is very wrong and I think government should condemn it. Because right now they are in the course where they can you to the court even immigration new. So and I think and hence they right now to the court you have the outcome of the court but I think Gambian then I'm Gambia my politics I'm Gambia there are Gambia my baro
and politics because Gambian na Gambian Gambia.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one more question because I will let you guys go so I can concentrate with this three. What about, are we looking forward to, do you think 2021 there will be a possibility of a coalition?
Of course, there might be a possibility for coalition 2020, but as for now, each party is now working towards elections.
Okay.
But I think that right now, all political parties will come on board because the way Borough is moving, the way Borough is doing security, I think that we have to come together and as one.
Okay. So, okay, we appreciate you. I will check with you. I will open the line for other people. If you have anything you want to respond, call me right back. I will hang up, okay?
No problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, we appreciate you. Okay. MB, unmute. Okay, let me unmute you over here. Security reform.
Yeah, long been to security reform. Namara ni moment kuma fay je me alon ko Tamba e même
sorry, let's make it time because not my dear the time about most years. So if not, it's getting late and tomorrow is work. Sorry, yeah.
Definitely. Because même foka doron ko ni mo wonde fella je Tamba e même you just wasting your time. I think he nailed it right on the head. We cannot discriminate. We have to be absolutely sure. And the whole idea of security reforms needs to begin with Barrow himself. Ala molbita soldier role ya mano direla. Ala molbita again in soldier relationship osodla. That is the problem. And the fact that matter is that I think APRC men found Lundi. Out of Menyanta Demala Purka security reform of real understand. I want to follow. I mean, come on, thank you for Andy. So the fact of the matter is, I think Tamba nailed it on that part. I'm not even going to waste time on that. But like what Tamba said, this is what happened on the Jame. We cannot go out there and individually try to fish out problems. We need to look at the TRRC when they come up with a recommendation and let the experts handle the weeding out of the bad people, the weeding out of the incompetent, and the weeding out of foreigners in our services. But we cannot go after people because of their last name. We cannot go after people because we suspect. I do not feel like it has to be done uniformly and for us all to feel safe. Because sooner or later, we're all going to get affected. That's what happens when you start, pinpointing people or discriminating against people. I am no for that. And the experts need to get in. And the EU need to understand that for once and for all, the EU also need to understand. They need to take a look at these corrupt governments to understand that by giving them money, they're not helping us. They need to be holding these people accountable. Yeah, make sure near Kurodi Ladaming that it goes there. But I knew Kuromen found D Tempurka Dimola. They went and gave it to only their supporters. A lot of people are complaining that they didn't get it. So the whole process needs to take a look at. But Tamba nailed it, so I'm not going to even waste more time on that.
Okay, can I come in now?
Yeah, you can come in, ML, because
okay, okay, thank you. Mr. Krubally and Tamba.
ML, go ahead.
But Mr. Krubally, tell me what because now I Yamda.
Yeah, tell me.
Ila mic ni ta mo itla No,
I don't have.
Okay, good. You might decide it. Okay, good. One problem on Mr. Tamba, ila point of dollar, I disagree with you because coming in believe every government nimmen nada power, it can believe in for security, you have to deal with the security first. Because first, ila supreme leader, ya jambe bira bank or left line for in call, ako baro ko. Ni man control with security, ni more managing, then you will fail. That means ko nimber nada in power. Na security sort of melman loyalty, come ko niaja dol bondi loyalty, melman loyalty form of government. With that, this security as a serviceman, nibe informal kon yatan de ko. Itela loyalty ya di men wala president membotaje. For you tandi for you long. Ma for kata this man and example deka. Then ni refund bekale beta bondilat because omanka service la luati. Serviceman inyanta traje to guide nation, imanya traje kela loyalty tandi mansala fala bon nim oman sabota. For more kajet nyara eto bukado ko fankeno because company ni torol ko fe nyari kado ko keno you are not there to serve the nation. Ita be jela ka individual staff wala the president. Also the nim president tar na form of president Baroe, the nim president Baro na in power. Afana mbaji be nim mol media lan ko le loyalty ni yatan do form of government nela abesila la pour letra do ko na to because atala ko better la atale tankolo koma. All better muna koma même bota je all bela la fo bola kan auto every government and the fond nada power même mandran koma be baro fasa kan ngaje ka baro cemento yani kan babela because abe security reform na ko auto même boko kono wala nyinti ko ndamata ka ko security reform fana be side kin ne gibela fo ngilen o même bota karab because ni ajibe president barola advisor I mean among tribalist line ti ni ajibe advisement something bad security advisor am bagilade so ndamo arealta as comtin mol nyanta ko mira même ko mata wala nyinti dron na service ni ko security reform na service manol nyanta katan le ko be do ko la banko le manta do ko ga individual aso den baro nyanta mun kala wala nyinti dron anyanta ka security kono gibe kende ka because masa kunda men bota ga security belief in da afon la individual guide na I don't do plus what I made don't give for the nation koma ke command lem afala buti a tocho amuta city ay sambo silo la fo nio dal tawla oto ni insecure ni masakunda do nata o nyanta silo men sambandi la wala nyinti ke karandi nin do kuwala banko do kuwala itol kay info moment dum banko dum de men dila nyanta do ku sifanya de kala ni mo long wol kono mel mam pare wala fol be kam farne même bota je bola mira kam dalila right lam pour yo bay ni fomo kon banko dum fo be la right lam pour yo complain o mare ni fomo wura because momo sekeno mansati Gambia because amun bella banko nimbaro bota dole fanam bina ni o fana fili ko o membe je o barol fa sa kam fo ansa baro bor mo jall biro barol kam den security fon nyanta mala nyanta kay fomo wura so on tabi difta nyina ko manyana sambala in a tribal line manyana sambala ka ko abota fo nyina wabota this area nyanta ka believe ko momo na tan man sayale mu Gambia dinguti den no information nyante tarbe ko banko nyin democracy banko dingude carte of wole pour ay tam because carte fo la ko nyaton ko nat ni carte of ICA declare ko nyina winta den banko la information nyanta tarolo koma ni memman o kanu informo wura ila right from ya from lafta ke ame resign from the position but katra je ka fa ko même bota jan sante bol ko may be ite service man to fon be tinyaro la o be do ko ke ka membe mardo ko lende ni masakunda do mo then the government have all right pour yeta wura informo ko nan tanga nyanta ka bije folla ya tatla tatale service man o man be service kono e believe ta ko still ya de militaire man sati then na lonta i nyanta ka informo wuret la as soon as possible amanna ka fa ibota fo nyele bota kiyang ibota badi ibota any area la ila informo is to serve the nation not to serve the individual leader. Thank you very much.
Anyway, just to comment quickly, ni equal loyalty. The people were loyal to the former president. The chief of defense staff, Masani Kinte, was more loyal to Jame than Ying soldiers or the member because Masanita was out in the open. Ateleko Moleko Jame is this and this. Sako after that December 30th overthrow. Masani Kintile Funtitajang, Atata studios or to radio to an statement was read everywhere. You understand it? Ning low soldiers or the Mel Bondi, there's no physical proof these people were loyal to Jame. You understand it? Nyong Kwol Kata Nyame, these people the ML Sak Iba Jubiale, who are these people? What do they have in common? Nibe statistics or Keller scientifically Ika Jubiale Nyama. Especially when it comes to demography of human beings. Ikela variables all you be attending about aminto how old they are. Gambia ka jubela radna Gambia ngalonko there's 25% fuller, 25% manika, 30% fuller, 25% manika, or 40% manika, 40% fuller because of these demographics. And Tonya Niafo Molia Kadia Molia, but it's not a coincidence because more members sacked from the army all have something in common. Among security sector reform, you should have gone through every single person, reevaluate their jobs, Jandi Be Baila. It should have taken longer than 6 months anyway, 1 year, Jandi Be Mol Baila Num, because if they reevaluated every person, 4,000 to 6,000 people in the army, the police, the prisons, immigration, eventually, Mel Baila, they'll come from different regions, different angles, different factors will lead to their dismissal or redeployment. And in the services, ni more man loyal to the constitution. You don't sack them, you redeploy them. Baronata government, MD Solman sack. Those ones are not political. You redeploy. Yeah. Again, security service.
But I think you forget the former government. If you are not loyal to the president, he sacked you.
No. If you're not loyal, if you're not listen.
That is what happened in the Gambia. We all see that.
All right. This is why they said reform. Now reform. So why then are you doing exactly the same and worse? You understand? Why are you doing the same and worse? Reform means change what was there for the better. You don't go and repeat it or do worse. Thank you very much.
Okay. Nga kola soto mbina line wala alimba ngana molu came in late. Dol natale late. I'll come well. Can you hear me? Lamin.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Binto Bantaba network nga mole soto jam brilliant dol mini later nga glitching dinna soto no, but we are good. Nko UDP Krubally is in the house. APRC Tamba is in the house. GMC nga Fatile soto GDC nga telephone use Gambia nali and kacha starting je albalo na loko MC Cham was with us. Essa mba call one more time. But say left the line o la liele. Atoli a call kedam. Nkala sole mtetante. We give another 30 minutes katu model bitala do wala janne. So na number bekela +1 390 0539. Nali a korosi. Line o duma la je mimbe scroll kan number bite. +1 outside the country 678 390 0539. Nga kola do soto so alila moy. Hello brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Bismillah. Todi madu.
Bakar Njai.
Okay, nga 2 minutes dila. Njai. Uncle Njai. Go ahead.
Binto bantaba nye konton nye la kolisol be konton.
Amen. Thank you.
NP Krubally ML Lamin Essa aning MC Cham. Me program on yung follow kan sing starting. Lafta puruka opportunity tare ka more be konton sangala because ndamo UDP let now party leader ba konton na sangala menketa Lamin dambon dibati. Kadwai almale la jango dam sone ay.
Okay.
Sena dun kachanyin kono.
Okay. You want to have 1.5 less. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sena dun kachanyin kono. Si ya ne hakilobe di damento wolen esa biradum danan Lamin ML party quand même fo Lamin. Comme ye tracto busi molla e kana falo di molla binto ndi amiro munto le ko matalet.
Okay.
Esa men fo wolen de ko tracto soto to nyama man soto siloka. Good. Yo bari kodo banko ni na budget kodo wala dunta tractor nyun kundo nimbari membala yo tractor sama na nyebe lan de silo kan fe jama bi melan ko be soto ta indi jamme government man soto silo la ba still now o hayna wol wala ba me kala lon jane commission not the same thing mel findira je ye bias le ke la white paper to ko ndol ba do ko kala ndol yol fatandi do ko la for rest of the life o mu corruption membe baro government
Jamal lo wolti because yalo na ni
mel mu wol
ni wol senendi saje kon na panelo sejin kanno
binto kan life family member jang farato man sakunda le bulola ka
okay
emotion andi molia iko bungol ta mol buli mesin an mele mini mo femme an nin komba nim la 2 minutes men dina be bandale
okay
bari NPP yalon tol yalon motol men nyebe je jang ke wele so sai ite ko mole mur back to the land an nyata kun ko to binto den falol mol bota falo ko biko hani brinda wuluta badi bunte a taranto la mol fon faldo ko yo landi karala suolen ni so development kata wala nyama falo ni do ko falo la iknanda kunko men do ku la tilo e ka do ku lokun
okay
fende fo como muro sai mulbe development me an ko sai ntebe Europe jam binto tractor mol ka wala use tractor use le ye power til jamme power til samana atalan se fol tema o moli kata je dan fenko ni other side ni ake political fenko because se fo do fam je ake political te no last time comme ni bunga APRC la agenda ni support comme e ka isu samana na you all understand but not the development samana berat
ila kacha ibe baro advice kan pour tractor di mol la kodi
pour tractor samana moli na kutenke
okay
ye kol sosone andi kana a bias kata nyung tractor la yolu wafi me wafi banko banko ye wafi outside the country ka follow sama mole no munyo komatal te amunyo insult leti
okay
binto
all right
second,
thank you
security reform men ka foten bring baro kana kununko aliamo ko security le ye kiankol ko la UDP flago jindi fonde tonyati
okay
o manke silot security manyanna dabula je ningo security reform security nanta loyal banko bele ye democracy no mani nata kana je ko be president wala interest malta ni alla self interest binto
lafte je repeat ba iko akop flako leji iko jamal ko flako leji masakunda ko flako leji
eko sefo nyine molki kuina la ko flagol men UDP flagol ye jindi inata nyinin karo ko sefo ko police commissioner la fa même mo kemete sambut kemete sambuna ta nyina ko ate ma fo flagol men according to social media ko ate ma fo flagol men be sade ko flagol me silo cross
okay so
yo lafta damento ko ndila
mbadila Krubally o je sanayandi nyam fo
yo ila mo follow den
hanila ila 2 minutes o bantala lafta fo do fana
ani insoro abe mu kilomulti comme te kumo nyum paj no la te ya stopo nyama rek binto ndele ba karin jay UDP so fo kumo le senaya
but yam 2 minutes fisaje mobile idea sina
insoro
okay go ahead
because free security le dabo ni politiko kono ye taw inside ye gere faliti nimme ma ben ye samba silo kan silo nanta tamo do ko men kala ke lo barin kana bias ngadan ka fo individual attack la santo sate wolto al president wala agenda support nal president no support mbal bon la mbal bon la wala ronta banko kan wala kele ya jame jamano na da baro jamano la so still now to UDP ko lafta wala be banko kan wala nanta tra wala be banko kan so nyal be kontondoro nyal tentu nyal
yo thank you Njai Uncle Njai okay Mr. Krubally mbatunge on mute Njai coming for ako bande flakol malum for your idea sotola okay go ahead nga line doji
no moile iko wobe kerine and it's very sad because pruka humo iko because barobe tambila UDP flago nde tamadale Gambia be kono nimbe bola basse en ka soni foni la ne nim frère so foni kono mbuka fenfeni nye fanamo APRC banderoti that is their right to have that there as long as it's not a safety issue but in the wall blame tanga na Gambia dingul le blame melbe atala lafto enforce la ya miracle be UDP le kelendika bari ibe fande kelendika ibe la rights le kelendika so ngo ko moyle and I hope banku dingul ye wuli ye law ya denounce again this is always the issue na ya jame tetene fon frere dictatorship to TRC ngaje menkra me wala ki kan ko rek ya jame fenke barola watu la ko rek police do na jang chef do na jang alkali do na jang ya mira ko ibe UDP le kere kan wara be APRC le kere kan wara GMC me na bola ku kalama satara ko tambina mol bulu so nga ko mala and I hope they fight it. It makes no sense. It's very disappointing that after 22 years of fighting against dictatorship, this is the issues that we're talking about instead of national development. So it's disappointing. It's true.
Hold on. Okay, thank you. Call I be line or to ila coma reduce ban. Your question also to any barak do now.
Yeah, la baraka ba ko ka ndam GMC lete mena kekende ba konto na for ML party. Eyo ani moto man men baby je kata APRC, NPP, GDC, ani UDP. Ngai kontanta ba ka wala ko parti sol damma ye funti telephone kelu ka Gambia la nyatuta kasi kakacha in political way. Okay, kon na man sakunda buka nyinke pour ani ala politician wal men be banko kan kasi ka e banko la ko ka akacha malo munon problème to mun akene ko barob ko Momodou ndino programme nyin ko bayin ko le New Gambia. Okay. So ni na reclusion wala comme ngamenje e mengande surprise. Okay, comme NPP sainte nga natalo ni menje nga piko ko menje anim boso an APRC government nema boso de parti nyimbulla.
Okay.
Okay. So NPP comme for NPP bo ni pour moto ni sotota nyaadi le baya to ko APRC na track ko ni man soto siloka wala kendi ye wafi.
Okay.
So NPP na ko pour ni pour faire so soto nyaani sa sinandi no Gambia no maraba pour moto ni soto nyaadi.
Okay. Abaraka bawe be line auto ntate connect la no bare bawe nyinin karo ke mbatumba anyinin kala wala le ya.
Okay.
All right.
And secondly, okay, make it a surprise if an mol bulula. Okay, wala mnyinti comme ni pick up on min be yalon komitata nyamina okay while so nyamina wala dulang de dingira nyin to fa wal man good health center fa so of hospital diaje men yalon ka ko pour ici la mol mako no nyamena jata kendela
Okay. All right.
Okay, ni nata jimara la karola ndabata jimara le. Yeah, understand. Okay. So before come baro janabe change la mol bulla kata MPP for the first time. So until ya support le nun. Tema ka European court but nga support le nun ase come abata jimara le. Okay, but why sin nata muna je sayenteng. So until la jimara kono la. So mahani good health center fa soto je meya ka ko comme baroy mol mako ya to je.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Hani fe malo manigol ka me si duko comme si sel ke la men kono. Okay, baroma provide mol je. Okay, nga health center soto le nu jimara bakadaji. Ya understand. Okay, health center fa mol delegation o ki baroy no over 2 ways. Okay, kaitanda la ka ko be jiri ni na ka ko bay wo be jimara le kono. So bar koma aman sembo soto youth association ni membije wala ka dibalo wala ya fensu wala la ko dol invest je pour kata. Okay, so ngamira ko pour assure develop no molien because wo mu jimara beta la even Senegal because mol ka bolo ni after suma kunda ni me suma kunda lo jimara long wol ni saram salle be nyobala wol mu Senegal let wol beta na ni wo tano nyin tole.
Okay,
ko health center nyin tole.
Okay. So
okay, bari okay, NPP mo ni fanal apa comme baro mu useless soto jimaran ko lien ya understand pour as a president so ay bu melo ayato wo nyino lekelaje because ye 3 deklo nyo kanje momental lifringa kona whilst mole health center soto je every day mol bin je momental develop town.
Okay, so mbade abaraka ngela wo sida moyle ila 2 minutes so bantale bare yalo na tembesi la so laftal nga couple more calls ta ngela wo sida moyle so albe min kala albe yam falanyela doron nga 2 minutes ta yam.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh boy, ale team alimbalal we coming alimbalal okay. Okay. ML bela wosi dal leitandi kan janni molo be dundana. Okay, caller do fele. Caller.
Okay.
Yes, so you are welcome. Ibiri mintin nan 2 minutes.
No, thank you. Me
ante muy tabul sauro ni alla Michael Krubal al Tamba.
Okay, Uncle Vic.
Uncle Vic. Binto
No, nyine Michael nyala Michael ni mamuit.
Okay, I have one question, one very important for me. Question all these people.
Uncle Vic, hold on. Krubally, I'll come more clearly.
Game about sound ni mara minta be buita sound ni kata lang be the sound off ba be the sound off sound ni kata ba ni nga on yola rekas akono is back.
Just hold on. I line out here. Just a minute. Okay, Uncle Vic, go ahead.
Okay.
Question.
Not question clean show. Ila invitation mumi every one of them. So give me an answer about this question.
Okay.
What I need to go the beginning of 2020. Is Gambia ready? Or is Gambia is not ready? Is Gambia ready to go in for a president of the Republic of the Gambia? Near Lonko Momala education background. So are we going to go ahead again to go way back in like Sadauda's time, where Sadauda was appointing ministers near Lonko in animal mode, but because of their influence in politics? No.
Okay.
Are they ready? Is everybody today ready to go in for then the point we want to go in for politicians to go to presidency at least a college degree.
A college degree.
At least a college degree.
Okay. So maybe associate?
Huh?
Associate degree?
No. At least a BSc.
Okay.
A master.
Okay.
All the way to PhD.
Okay. Mbatunga chance dile ya respond.
Okay.
ML.
Okay. But comment ka ban komple all the time. Ngam ko wala nimbe mic be on yola aka sound ne but nimbe ma of nka nimbe di amla on drone ro ka betia because all the time ko rona mo krap na sound. Mr. Krubal ta ko on all the time mic imam muy al mic ma off. Also then ninka men ninka na to make ninka ro kaning about the pro politician or nim men in a power for anyanta ka degree results or go to high school even talabo. Okay, so ninka men for na to manu ngala ko moy wonyama ndela miro to fine pour president fine is okay pour na to mala 40 after up to that level but niya gibe fana niya school gibe no mur ko baka jawral time jawra ni mol me ni Gambia do ko fo Gambia samba ko panata na ya jebre jamano la jawra e mol me walim pour ye banko do ko pour Gambia bondi o mol fana mo e mo karanke manta up to that level même bat ni safu ko I mean ya pour que gaf Gambia non nyata ftalo ni ma flore titano man sakunda because jawra bira fama sol wali according to the history abuna fo akoy ko tolle nyante banko bondan tolle nyante banko do ko la bar nyanta ka munata banko bondi ni ade PPP yela symbols in ka terrain to ya ko stenting bira o fama so na fa ka ko let's go back to the farm yola fa bari imam ko let's go to the school o ngata degree so bondan bari do ta famin na e do ko nyaka Gambia do ku men ko marale tol ni ko karanale fon bina da fa yem fa wala fon ben fala dina karambalo ndanga mira nyanda focus ni menna Gambia di un messe Gambia bondino dol be jele kara manta kara outside for karata Gambia from all this sita is a bank was somebody one thing no let's just give a credit where it belong ya jambente ala maralo nga condemn one side dam wala molle misin odar ma faro ni butere bar ya jambe is am molle me an ko maralo ka nyami anda manta up to that level okay o mo si fal sa sutno ku kilin su ngolo condemn na ma fa be ya amina sa tutula jet ka bota ka sidi wo bobil ki jobo yo but as far as central system okono is someone me alanko is okay so ndaji be no ngafa nim manta diplomata nan krab te do to maralo kala non te kam mo me yalanko ye Gambia sota in heart andi se Gambia bondino se Gambia dum la sudo hat no se do ko keno ete qualified ke Gambia mara but nim ko batala ni karanda do fa mbeji e be fala dak e be Gambia sambala li yadu blokon ye wafi mbabe no in tubabule nyumen ne fon be do ajibe do ani baro mo karanka bar bir karanan nakitale yanane wole be filindi because mol ya expect ko baro bina wato menna ani mol be work la together but now bir mol be ye fam commande ko ni master la nata ye fan nakindi baro la wolle be tilimbali kam because baro be men fomenta ka yaaje be mo silo fonta nana in terms of it ko men campaign ala mol ka men complain auditor e ka men fo ko ba ko men wala mol be free kan be diam kam o free ni diam wala na baro fonta because afan ko nyaaje ko tama kele mo min to social media so baro otra onne because offering no dia mole fighter for baro fon settle to kono oto nana rat to bondano because atra moli yola nyini so to ka bak wala ka fo maaje mole freedom monati ma mubi ba fo kam baro otra onne bar mol men nakita baro mol men yala ko ye fam mane ko to I mean eto nin kay to lenata wolle be ko mol fo kam baro wolle fanatna baro nin tubabol be maanyal bela ibe Gambe wa Afrika be fon be samba kana sa baro ko fon men soto afana left strategy me jus la wala mala political strategy wala ñindi ko même betar la abadi la wala ni follow ni ñin suwoni ñin karab karbol men be kana abebe kala politiko de membe kala different so this system o men mol ka karana ko karab ntamo agenda ñin taba kante men ta wala ñin to nga Gambia di wala meye Gambia kanu an messe Gambia do kuno odona ko ay karanda that is fine but ka ko up to that level mol ka men kumbo ni ko beta wala ndamo bondanam from UK memo wona from America bina abe ko kalan abe Gambia di la tuba wala la tasi ngali kondo
mbe call tala den binala Krubally ya for yenye answer yenye question or answer you caller go ahead caller
all right
Sister Inimbara, Nto Musarianeti, Marong. I'm calling from Vancouver, Washington, USA. Abedi.
Thank you, Mr. Marong. Come on in, rolling.
All right. So Mbalbe Kontona, first of all, my brother MB Krubally, greetings to him and his family, Mr. Tamba Kontona, and also Mr. Fati. And I've been following your program quite a while, and it's very interesting. First time we had a platform which is impartial and invite all different political parties to come and express what they have to offer for Gambian. So kudos to you and the entire team for that. Yeah. Yo, I think I've been following, and I'm particularly interested in the security sector reform that Mr. Tamba brought up. So I think this is 2020. We have to be brutally honest to each other. Gambia has been gone through mediocre for 54 years. We are talking about money EU economy made between 2016 up to now. Still now, our folks are struggling to have basic necessities, which is healthcare, food, and electricity. So, Mansakunda, we all fought, and everyone who's sitting on that platform really fought for President Barrow to win in 2016. But today, what we're seeing is we all forgot about the whole hard work. I mean, what instilled him in that position, we've seen folks who are very interested about themselves and they cannot deliver. So Neiman delivery cannot on the basic necessities what formulate a government. Why are we even fighting, infighting and everything? And what we need to do is moving forward. Politics aside, we need to come up with a leader who can deliver, who can deliver on the promise of Gambians for 54 good years. We've been neglected. We do not have the basic thing, promise upon promise upon promise upon promise. Now, that is my first part. The second part is the security sector reform. Mr. Tamba, I would disagree with you a little bit on the side of Mr. Sajo. Near Sajo la criteria debate, even instilling in the government or in the armed forces, he is not even qualified, regardless of whether he's a citizen of the Gambia or he's not. The basic qualification standard, the guy is not qualified. Let's stop this pointing fingers about tribalism. I am born and raised in Sinke. I'm a Mandinka by trade. So I have full of friends, I have dollar friends, and all, but the guy is not qualified.
Okay.
He's not qualified to even enlist in the army in the first place.
Okay.
So that is another thing. So the other thing is, move forward, we need to coalesce around a team. Okay. Let's not make up stuff. Let's not do stuff. And, the security sector reform is critical at this juncture. We got people out there who are leading, who don't know what to do, who don't know how to do it. And it starts from the leadership, the defense secretary down to the national security advisor. This is very critical at the stage of the Gambia. We don't need economic to stay there forever. Gambians need to slowly start taking their own security. We've done it for 22 years. Why couldn't we do it for 3 years? Why couldn't? But because of the way, the modalities and the procedures that they need to lay forward are not followed. They don't have a document, a policy document that needs to steer this, policy forward. That's been a struggle. Anytime they sit down there, why would a spokesperson speak on behalf of a security sector reform? And it creates commotion because they don't know what they're doing. And somebody needs to point that out. Unless and until we reflect deeply and take a step backward, the status quo can remain. And I applaud you all for your passion and for your discussion this morning.
Marong, since you are in the diaspora, are we making governing the Gambia more difficult, diasporians? Are we just paranoid, or are we trying to change Gambia wherever we live, like America or the development part? Are we paranoid? Are we giving them hard time, diasporians? Let me ask you that.
No, we're not giving a hard time. I mean, I'm going to tell you, for instance, I went to Gambia. I wanted to share some of the stuff with, and I'm going to point the national security advisor. I know him personally. And I wanted to reach out to him to kind of give him some advice. But there was no communication channel. I don't want his job. I am retired. I'm here in the United States. I'm not going to quit my job to go work for that position.
Okay.
But I think the communication channel, and there's a distrust within even the folks who are front and center. And I will point to Mr. Krubally, for instance. They've been part of GDF. They raise funding. But as soon as there's a change of government, communication channels fall. You got to open communication channels to folks for them to help you out. And I have every faith in someone who works as an HR specialist in the diaspora, going out to PMO and shake things up to hold people accountable, to make sure that they come at the specific hours and leave at the specific time. That wouldn't be an issue because that has been instilled with them. That has been installed in them for a very long time. Because here we all know, if you don't work, you don't get a paycheck.
Yes.
That is a motivator to get out of your bed to go to work. But we see people in the Gambia, they go do their personal business during government time. In fact, Barol realized that nowadays he's making unannounced visits to majority officers. But these are basic things that we got to work on. So the diaspora is never a problem. Okay. Diaspora want to be part of the political process, and that has not. They did not open their hands to the diasporian, I think that is the problem.
I'm gonna ask you one more question. I'm sorry, guys. I'm holding him. Among all these leaders, so far we haven't seen all the flag bearers yet. Maybe after December we might come up. All the parties might come up. But for right now, who do you think should we vote in? If it's not Barrow.
Well, I'm going to hold that for a while. I will hold that.
Okay, thank you, Maro. Let me bring Lamin in. Lamin, you can go ahead and chip in. Thank you, Maro.
Yeah,
you.
I mean, yeah, you know, there are 4 callers. I want to go through all of them quickly. The first one that said Barrow or the police or whoever, because the problem with Gambia is people see something done and they blame the president straight away. Telling UDP people in Kiang to bring the flags down when the flags are not obstructing anything, it's wrong. People have a right to put any structure they want in front of their building as long as it's not contravening our country planning laws. So maybe this is just the chief telling people to do it, right? Because he's leaning towards Barrow and he claims it's an executive order. Again, this is why the security sector reform and the public service reform needs to happen very quickly, because people will do their dirt and they claim it's an executive order from the office of the president. You understand? It needs to stop. So just displaying flags in front of your house, they're not obstructing the view of the drivers. They're not distracting the drivers. Why do you want them to take them down by force? That shouldn't happen. The other guy asked a question as to the security sector reform, why it's not happening, why I'm saying it's happened the wrong way, or Omar Sajo is not qualified to join the army. Forget that for 1 minute. There's an Armed Forces Act which doesn't say Omar Sajo is not qualified to join the army. And he's not the only one. There's many. This is why you need to carry out an audit before you do security sector reform or civil service reform. You need to know who is involved, what their qualifications are, what their job descriptions are, and whether they're pulling their weight before you remove or deploy or retrain people. You understand? Some people can be compulsorily retired or made redundant, or some people can be retrained to do some other jobs. Now, if we come into this chap that was saying that the diaspora was not a problem, I agree with him. The diaspora is not a problem with Gambia government. The only reason Gambia governments are scared of diasporans is because of the lack of capacity. If you have capacity and you have ability, you should never be scared of criticism. You should never be scared of a Gambian who's working at the White House or the UN. Because at the end of the day, that Gambian doesn't have a horn at their forehead. They're not going to come and intimidate you. They're going to give you an idea of what they want the government to do. And the diasporans are asking for higher standards, which is good for Gambians on the ground, because they're the ones that will benefit, not us. All right? And then if I go to that chap that called about having a president in State House who cannot read and write or who's a high school dropout. I'm sure he's referring to Barrow, because until today, I don't think many people have seen Barrow's real qualifications. Some people say he dropped out at Crab Island secondary school. He didn't go to high school. He claims he's been to high school and Muslim high school and is graduated with a certificate. We've heard allegations that Barrow didn't qualify from Muslim high school. His certificates were forged so that he can meet the requirements to run in 2016. But we don't know. These are allegations. Next year, people should be vetted. We have WAEC, West African Examination Council. They still have their regional office in Gambia, maybe their headquarters in Gambia. Go back in records and see whether Barrow went to Muslim high school, whether Yahya Jammeh graduated from Gambia High School, whether Mai Fati graduated from Muslim high school or Gambia High School. All right? So somebody say Mai Fati will be the next president, is somebody we should vote for. Well, he needs to convince us. For me, I don't think he's got a chance, but I think we need to be serious. Qualifications are not there for a show off. For me, it's one thing or the other or both. You either have qualifications or you have experience of working in a structured civil service or an institution. If you don't have the experience, you have to have the qualifications. Okay. You cannot have a president who came into power having never worked in a structured institution and hasn't got qualifications, even high school, to show the Gambian people. We need to be careful. Reason why people are saying, like I heard this guy, ML Fati, saying, educated people around Barrow are probably doing the dirt and then claiming Barrow is doing it, which is probably true. The reason why we want an educated president there, when educated people come and try and throw the dirt on his face, he will sense it. He'll be able to read it. He can read contracts. He can articulate himself in parliament without reading a piece of paper. That's what we want. People who stand up and damage the roof, bring the ceiling down. That's what we want. They either have to be educated or experienced. If we have both, fantastic. That's what we want going forward. Thank you very much.
Exactly. That's why I want to know for what you just said here. Honorable Hamid Fati are both sides based on both educated and experienced.
Let me get Essa.
Okay.
But you know, like borrow my experience sort of. My experience from sort of.
I'm on qualification sort of.
I'm on qualification sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Can you hear Essa? Essa on the phone. Essa, go ahead.
Honey, Essa antende.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Abu Aisha, yes, Abu Aisha. Okay. Me panelo mo be konton na baba ke alla programo betiata diata. Ben party leader fanam konton na sangola natelem honorable Lamin dambun dibala sangoti. Comme banko be la sangolam ke balam yalon ko a sacrifice ay Gambia niola banko ay kujama kata Gambia banko e pour kam fota ne betembo mi totembi. Wotambo ko la nadia mota jamfala bakatu njikita ko John Maro yen nadia mu jama ma male dia mo nyin kono barantela tan nadia mo sambala lamin tambale ya demanding kato ko milata ka jimaran ko le advice
okay
pour nyin kamala ko jimaran ko se la moy bakantam fo nyin ko tin tamin ka dia mu ten
okay
ko mi ko lamin tamba mo fo nyin ko ti nyame bare mistake killing wala katantele bulu fo nyi so malla fi jimarankol yo soto isa ni man sakunda kutan nar 2021 kane fanje kontol ngam fanje nyame mune wo problème odi kabiri yaya jamme nata ning APRC ngani foni la jahase APRC yaya jamme foni ngolle ka kilimoti so kabiri wo keta rek doron kabiri banko falinda den kabiri li paro nata rek doron ngam fanje kono because niya korosi ntol fonyin kol damma mantara man sakunda kono wala ntol damma mantara security service wala anywhere but niya nga problem ba soto jeto ngam fanje ko nyin kono because ngam funding APRC le ning yaya jamme ka kilmoti and madama banko be continue la for example ni ntol korosi all these 22 years on oppose le benna fonyi natara fata député ya karola mo muka lo amanga ni ko mo muka lafika lo de e kalafika lo bari muka hanyile nyin kamal ko ngajel ko ni dota député nyinol nga kalamta ko kabrin solo jamme lota wato mina fo ni bintang it was crime kaje ko solo jamme munat na la takalo independent
fo nyam kanam ta ko nene ta dal no fo la pour ka arrest anu fo solo jamme fo nyin ko le mati I rise pour ka lo independent but kabra lo independent rok mo liya ko no he is against us. So left ka woy light and the mold the man pour mol yo understand. So Lamin Tamba kat Lamin explain thing nga jele. Baranta makaje ko womun man sakunda la problem tinda kaje womun tol fawl la problem mi ala ko mistake wala ketam bulo kono wato. So wo mistake ko nyinte la ka jimaran ko advice ye jam fawla. E kana je ko baro pa jimarale pour san jimaran ko be rally la behind Adama Baro. Ni woketa ni man sakunda falenta lungo lundo jimaran ko be problem o sotla because wo man sakunda min binala sate Adama Baro dam ma jela de abe jimara bele jela. So left ko dam mal fo Lamin Tamba na broda le mati ndebota area kilongol to so and then Yaya Jammeh is our brother alhamdulillah baranta UDP leti so since 22 years I'm supporting UDP and then still I am UDP but ngalon nako I have no against of anybody mi alon ko APRC ko mati ndol be foni ko leti andi Lamin Tamba jel be do ko kende bale ka foni kaji ko foni development forum min be takan kaji ko na foni ta nyaato alhamdulillah kontanta wala ba ke left ko dam mal fo kaji ko dal Lamin Tamba jol ani orders so ngaje darin ko saying man sakunda ni mantran tol which hunting mantra kekang to be honest NPP inte support Adama Baro BBB ka bonde wol be diare nyeje bare nen tol fo nyin kol always ngam man kaji man sakunda jibe nyameng so nyanta ka falindo man dinkel sankaje ko to nyalam ko do lu keta mbangol yalla ko 22 years development jamana keta 22 years man sakunda do ko jamana ka but the same 22 years mistake ko dol ketam tel fangol bulo ko le mi yalla ko ninga lon nungol tekela so dal lo kam la lafta ka woda ma fon tam badim fo nyin ko li dal wala mala barka ba
nte bota fo nyi bu
yeah
nda bara
so
fo te sen ko lati
ni da mama bona fo nyi nda bota fo nyi bu yam lan karanta walta okay
sister Binato
okay thank you brother
I told you
hold on Lamin mbe Essa call Essa ni Essa rapo just Essa one more call Alimbat
Mr. Tamba ite nyanda sound na ida UDP wala GMC ite nyanda strong make la
you know what I don't mind tenga fole
Essa fela kaduna alimbala Essa hako boy nding ela sambimbi nebula la nyi last call and so doron dila because si law fana meta si yo meta
Yes.
Okay, male be rapo plaminella kacha jamal kete jamal fo be follow kan numba.
I'll follow the one thing, but some more or less, you are the moderator. You should choose topic, for me, to be doing that. But anyway, let me follow as to wrap it up with it. Well,
mbatunge update demanding kola sol dunta na janne iko alimbatu Essa be line out kola so dolu ko qualification o pour yeman saya and people are mol man barola qualification je iko they want that iko development iko nyanta kafula nyokanne kola sola alimbatu akan interrupt la alimbatu okay coalition o pour min satina barose bondino nim patilu Gambian o se kafuno nyokan barose bondino so malo anim ibe milala NPP la kuokan iso be wrap up no at one time
yo abaraka yalon sita afoye ko karamundi je minga manzakel produce karamunta dunia kono kabo ko man sai kada karangi karamol do tiji
okay
ya understand so ngina wala bankola loi mi for basic principle or basic qualification loi mi landi momo yo sindit yo sato timandiro you are qualified
okay
all right so unless and until you move back it our loi revisit the qualification of set gay mi wo qualification no ngina momo mi mo timandi IEC will not nominate you. But as far as I is eligible to nominate anybody, me are nominated wrong. Omar will qualify talent. Okay. So what I would again, Franja moment the issue of coalition took a baro on seat. Ndolo kai anaranya nyao drum bulwani maranga bele lo because nga coalition o bute janne nga parti kilwol bute jang ni be ka ñoma bi ngera ker jarga ni parti min contesta je atara parti sababu nane ni ka ñoma ndolla hani na half of the vote mo fo soto be for whatever UDP o ni ka ñoma ker jarga e ni ka idul ka zero bla dol
no way
zero so polling stations so kamala ndol man sila
Essa
no
understand
way
iko coalition atoli coalition ole bute woje sanendi njaba
I disagree with him.
Kola sola liso
wala solo o ko solo ti ndol safanya ko dolam kanu niaji be ni dara nyamina wes wo alliance wo wala solo kuma tribili okay ibe campaign kale be input kale be mi fono ya kale birin jang ko bandala be la ko kale ngebe buti ni na ker jarga wo jibe pati yol na individually but ni a vote total kafno ma pati yol min bero rege ye kafno ma na re be ka ko le solo dum iman half of the vote for so ndul ngam so half of it imo fon so there's no significant about yalla min kuma da gamero ngata min lonna ko ale tono mu tolati ya jamme ko ale ton kamane ka ko jamme ma wo okay don't talk about the work they ma bondi no wala mo man pare ka bondi ko 2001 ko ale solo kete kenni pati ko do la dañu kanne 2006 pati ko do la dañu kanjam 2011 pati ko do la dañu kanjam ima bondi no wa ado Gambian ko le man pare par 2016 kawrin Gambian ko pare da kadale solo ko na pati la mo yalla min ma da Gambian ko le tamu la karteti adu bi Gambian ko pare ne work with NPP.
Okay.
So let them call themselves by either alliance or not. Yes, NPP is the order of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Essa, Gandhi Bejam Fala. Al Kerjarga, you had 1,386 votes. If you okay, go ahead. Go.
Hello, Essa. Krubally, Essa Landila the Ritalum next.
Sorry, maybe for MPP, men of more Jilla, the member and the MP support Ali, covering Jang for Pantala, Zaronko, Mumundola Nasori, Willem Kluoti, Anim Horomo, Anim Bunya, Anim Kan Sisoli Yele Noe, Namolu Kundi Milialonko, Ibepanta, Ibelatrinkana, Nkanazanila Koha, and Dolem Kunun Dola Hani B, Alangapunda Molbe Dum, Bibe Koma, Nyandi, Fanto Alunina, the Fanang, and so Yele, Natandila Ko. NPP mo Patriotic mo yalam be banko bele kayenta ge musu kafuke didinke ba mo mo sabang bo man to ko mo mal leti mo mo be dawda bir nyafo bandala abele dabe NPP kono dinol bele kayenta ge siol bele kayenta ge regional bele kayenta ge fanan anu sa ndila ko ndo lañu pati men ka nyala kilmo de ka bo sangi o sangi sa wo sang mo kilmo le binala ka lo nyaat pat palaasol bela wote NPP yite na re kera je wadla yo bola jera do fare na ay ke wadla way boje do bu na ay buji ay ke do ke so be rest assured be banku dimol beten tulam be lamor lal fran ten tulam be ko ten tulam be panelis sol beten tulam be jela mba fala la baraka pake fo alun ko.
Okay, thank you Essa mbekalle sambalana we appreciate you mbe Krubally fanan dundila nan thank you Essa. Okay, Mr. Krubally mbatunge on mute. Mr. Krubally akaya butugo
yes.
Lamin memo inum but just give Krubally time. Okay, Krubally.
So memem fola wala nyindi ko e nyinin karo ke ko fo nyanta karana sotla as na nyaton ko momondi o question o nyinin ka ifan jube ani ye banko jube banko membe Gambia de makan karambalol mantara o banko tamandi kan ibuka karambalol londi ika karanal is part of the qualification. So experience is good, but education is also very good because President Amandang Gambia Banko Kang. Gambia is not an island. Gambia needs to get out and deal with people. Walat na watu in the president of Funtila na diamuta mbesi malu. So education is very important. We have to look at all of these leaders individually. One of the things you want in a leader is somebody consistent, somebody educated, somebody resilient. You find this in Lawyer Dabo, a young, homegrown, educated lawyer who formed his own political party and also formed his own practice in the Gambia. A human rights defender who stood up when the Gambia needed him, despite all the dictatorship, despite all the imprisonment. Alota Akelta Gambia. You need a leader resilient like that. So Karana is very, very important. Wala dina nyenyim panelo be kono jube. Tamba be diamula on issues. Fati be diamula on issues. I am talking on issues and we're pointing at corruption. But if you look at what Dampha is saying, it's empty rhetoric. This is what we're trying to change in the country. What we need to do is we need to finally get educated people because diaspora is not a distraction. Momodou for remind them of what happened under the dictatorship. This is what Yahya Jammeh and his people said, that we were a distraction, that we were aimless, that Ndel Hamedamola, but so that is the same role that we're playing under this government. If they are competent, we will be with them. But in the current government, everybody that they came into power with in the coalition today is going against them. Everybody, every major one. Now, NPP, GDP, PD, Malang Fall, they have two people. The wife, the man is the leader, and then the wife is the assistant. So what we have to take a look at here is that education is very important. Let's not underestimate it. Wala na itebe siri ibe damen jai ibe menke kanteng ibe na be kunindi kam. Wala na tamba be siri damen tebe siri damen mediamu kam be kol fenke toporo kam. Punga foko karawman nafasoro. Well, it's definitely not true. So I really want Gambian people to understand that education is very, very, very important. Let's not underestimate it at all. And we're not a distraction. We are the future of that country. We should not be intimidated, and we should be out here ready to go intervene and, if needed, to be part of the political process in the country.
Okay. But one more call, Tala. That's the last one. The caller is on the line. Caller, please come in. Ngana wrap up. Hello, caller.
Yes, hello.
Caller, come on. One more time. This is the last call.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I heard of this guy who just left.
Essa.
And yes.
Essa from Manika Kamala, no?
Okay. Nabe silakilin na tonu. But data for nyado ni silafato benta. The other left, the other right. Because what we need to go when you say about education, I want to see Gambians have a president that is educated.
Okay.
That's why we want Gambia to go.
Okay.
When we had Sadauda was a college graduate. Narangaya Jamesono, Yaya was a high school graduate, and he developed himself a way. When he was in the military, the man was going on courses, coming back. That's education. But all of a sudden, we dropped from high school to a dropout of junior secondary school.
Okay. So you are more concerned about education. So thank you so much.
No, it's not. That's not the only thing. Excuse me. Let me not. Give me a minute.
Okay, you got 0.5.
Okay.
You got
Why this last caller telling us that UDP leader of Isemi Dabo, who gave us an example of himself, of who he is, of who he want to be, if he is the president of the Gambia, to eliminate some tribes in the Gambia, like Jolas. I want to go straight to the point. He eliminated Jolas. He fired everybody who is not a UDP. In the outside wall of the Gambia, like the ambassadors, instead of fire everybody, want to put in the people of UDP. So you telling me this person is a good leader for the Gambia? Are you kidding me?
Okay, so Krubally will answer you on that one. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, Lamin, Mbatu
Yep.
ML.
Yep.
Wrap up yetela because you got
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Baraka Baka Bintu and Lamin and Krubally for the first time now meet. Mr. Tamba Ngalan ko folole and maybe Nkala comment gila from come follow. But thank you so much, Mr. Tamba and Krubal. Comme ni be men fo kan be men fo kan nga fo janga ni be murol kan kale ko Krubal be men fo kan ni Tamba be na ko qualify la mo ani experience my Hamid Fati dorona. So I think for now, Gambia, I think I'm engaged. Men say Gambia body down in Gambia, men say Gambia do kuno. Because Momo, ika position or afro position on yinto, ika example set water from Moli alam ko be Gambia sample. But you mun be ko na chaw ko be do ko man sakunda kono. But bri be bota noise make tam my partner kono because I men kaye. Bira bola je, I men taraji anim bira bota je men to je mole different na je wala atin. Oto namare kata leader ta banko bon lano na banko do ko lano. Then he's the only one. Intercept support no cover to be the next election, next president in Gambia. So look at the ball beat and ball jaila for the time. They want more time sort of back because I'm going to do that. So thank you guys.
Thank you, ML Fati. Thank you. Alama sutu siya, alama kairo siya, alama fano kila kairo kon.
Abin ya Rabbi.
ML I appreciate le. O matine borra na mbineno mala koteke ya.
No problem. Anytime.
We love you.
Thank you, Mr. Global. Thank you.
Love you. Okay, Tamba.
Yes.
Tamba, we are about to wrap up. No, Alimbala, you come and you call her because you come and you call her Alimbala. Hello.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Malaikum salam. Badin dundan lafta wrap up lalubare. Iko nganying kilomita purunse nse do ko di Krubally.
Yo, janin Krubally be diam kan desi diam na brother no. Yo, ande to mosia ka drama fana mbota jimara.
Okay.
Yo nga lafta do manding contribute alla programme wala mbe mol konton na falo sanna tamba fala inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Member di UDP kolbe konton na sana anena enta executive member ni Gambia dil be Dauda ning kaje kuna honorable kata ku pale ke kan Gambia. Nyaje bi mba fala new Gambia ala ta ko le tellom tata president ni mantano president be still del be nu me dame be tarla wolton.
Okay.
Yo so na bari mid time man senke ba ken dafa do man ning control programme yalla dafa mel
asuti andi mobe ko be janjango banta wala ftara popla.
Exactly because meta calling na manju no membe je ko men lafta coming lafta ka panelisol pour ka do man dem foye bayr maybe because membe ke Gambia bi e ngadam fala ko diamo moy abe be titar kan aba siso lipa kan kaje ko itelle coalition lipa e budeka afa e kon lafta men understand e supplementary registration of menke kanyamina oversee yo inin jumali AIC etele order intaminto AIC nin jumali akata fo oppositional o politika Gambia political party o Gambia population fo ye informola kaje ko yenta ka mol la voters card nin ka replace bang because ye modo la voters card replace je e man GDC la voters card replace ni aje kafu molle kumbe coalition bote kam memo ko tembe yale be jigirin ko e molle be bul membe registration ke kanye because Gambia opposition nte kam menje e bu ka coordinate e bu kallo nan ka fight ke kan together per kaje because injustice membe ke kam banko kan
okay
ni banko ko do la ni be opposition be finti ke be press conference ke kan man sakunda ka cool men ke kam yalon ko is not done Intel komen na broda do be je ngamo ya ba fokan abedia mo kan jimara ko to nyalo ngab men ko men e jimara ding advice kan to nyante fa nga appreciate ba kan tel mo jimara dinti antel mo URR dinti ni manka jimara damati all URR because ikamol influence ka fonte baro monte labaro sanjina ni koma baro mana lon ko jimara ko be kero ba URR ko be ko because amman fen kenoje ande se ko amam mol sono la wala bi akatinga da bi aba fanna fa kambari ka mol nene ka fo mol ko baro mun na baro o mentality lafta ka mol kun soron wala barin ma mira kon tel be sonna wala ko tagi gen men keta fo nyama dan tel bo keno la ko tag na yuarar ni mo advice men kon tel be nyanta kota kaje ko baro ntel nyanta baro fere ke baro la ko
mol ka fo nyame baro ka fo baro ala la ya dinna iba fala ala ite mina fo bawon ka
no
iba mina fo
no yalo ntel yalo melbe sirin so ko le ka fo bo kan tel siri Europe jan tel to fala bo ba ke on tel yalo ala ka mo ko be min mola
itolla ka carte fay carte be
tolle yo ntel ora tan la kan tel fana carte fay ka bari yalo membe je o ala li adin tel wala ka ke sababu ntel ala musa fe kan tel de musa woti antel le ka carte fay kan ala ma di fen kata de because ni te welaren bunko non ko ala le fen kata ala be do morodi la amal ala do moro nati ka jini la bunkonde aba sababu le kirir kan ba soto kan dame e baluno dame yalo ngo munun to ko to commentel la africa mentality saka gambe yalo ko me gambe karambalo siata sai a intel di batandi bake ajibe ani nyamina ku men keta je can you believe dan ko hadamadin sita kay la voters card was ni ata komento nyato imare ko ira lonko to nyato ni 1 year 5 months o be muna change no gambe ni MP be muna change no je yalo ku me ka ala ko Dampha yalo Dampha men yalo ngame ka fa ko iba dunde la be next program mba konton na bak yalo ngateli tel katra kuma kumul fo kam mangalon ko ama bangodil man la fi kawol moy ntel lafta kaje ko 20th century la sign tel lafta kumul moy kam membe bangodil kewani nyaayele ka man ko molbe suinus continue casino
okay thank you
because ngamenje Gambia bi baro man sakunda be menke kanyil man na banko doko kanyil be ko fari jinni kando ajibe do minister be nyaadimbi la mundi mbandam bundi bajibe tala korra ko ne ajibe même babul ministre dolo bi wani ya ton yole ke pidi ngari ata ila korra jibe isa lon ko nyim government is there's not a government
okay abaraka thank you thank you
oto ya barka
ala baraka atol min be call la ali call la ni text la be nga la participation o jelen content la ko len te
ko ngel fanan content baki al si duwar non ko men ke da fonya kana ke jimara ko te ke yama wani juwara bo yama man la fo si pay ke del ya inshallah
so al nga share isa je ko a message ni se janja
okay
thank you brother
thank you thank you okay
Binto Bantaba Network atolu mobe be jibero ke kan tolle na platform wala to janga faliyele nga conversation grawri mbale kaliye bi nintimo molu nko ali ajala ngam parenya I look smart with smart people right alkana worry alla system is smart bare biwo kay smart al ni smart all so albe min kala doron alina Facebook page on like ala follow because mbenyin kachanyu jamala sambalana nga platform o creator tolle purun tol Gambianol nkanana nka kachaja nga beke hormone mbunyati nka mol sambana mafo woliol nka wala sambana e mafonye bare e mafonye mo woliol let bare ninge sambana e do mandingo min soto nya welcome hormone mbunyala hanin ni disagree ta bare ngani mbenyi minke kan abeteata le ngan tuloli yele nga kachala ka ko be fale and we cannot do it without you ninna timo be mbal tentula mbal jayila na albe na YouTube alen subscribe ale like hit nyim fenka patiolo min yalon ko mal sambana amanke ko mal sambana because deliberately lam ning mbal sambana na next time lafta musol fanan isinana isa participate so alkana worry nalmal la patije ja no problem another team mba a scramble kan okay but alila moy ñun donna so mbe Krubally platform o dile la Krubally e financina e rapport thank you Krubally
thank you so much Bintu and inimbar pake pour invite la programme to I hope akedal kulet me alon ko la moy ralal bi ku karanje because wolum kachala na fati ni na ran kana kenyo sosoti ngake kachati kachame alon ka banko na falal because bi ni Gambia bi hare nyaay de sirin jang chan dingul le wulta do ko ke wala na bi America be yirwarin tel fe UK be yirwarin tambanyol fe the fulawol le o kelo ke so the fana be o kelo la na banko so we have vested interest there but lafta Gambian ko nin ku kline ta bi from this discussion. In 2016, the Gambian could be na kerete keri mamenki na fude keri mamendu nije pour coalition Londi. Na coalition Londi nin baro d'aporta sanji sawala. Abota molkoro. Ani parti be na coalition okono ay be bay na manke kilenti. Ay TRRC Londi, TRRC ba kan hanisai. Ay Commission of Inquiry Londi moma wo kolon. Ay CRC Londi ay constitution kudo kiye ay aboyne. Gambia bi mobe batari ne Gambia ko batami alon ko nene maje mani boto dabe koleari kurante kering loptante kering jite kering Gambian kobe batari bile dina biring Gambia fuluta lumenna bar ni tambita manka kunda bumbabe do rinje wolon baro la bonti ni tara Seattle Washington e baro dingo tar la je Gambia dingo lintel fond le ma wuli nga long ko we have equal rights like everybody else that the money that Barrow is using to empower himself doesn't belong to Barrow. It belongs to the Gambia government and it belongs to Gambians. And si wasiro no nyadi wala nyindi ko kana som pure na ye kuma furin fomole nkana som na si me nyo so la me nyo nela na si nga issues jube nga fo munati na ibe moto san na 1.5 million pro National Assembly member munat na ibe rally kela in the middle of COVID-19 na mode fala munat na lopitanol kono borol tije muna na karamo kono bi basé santa su ko ba kunda primary school ndema mo kurba me diamula le jan de lefere fundraising la pour ka bo holo kije pour ka jio kije 3 months ago $140,000 singa wala pour ka bukol din na karamo to muna nantel Gambia dingul Gambia bi wulla bi na flota lan to yala bari sa taya pisir pasar isa taya dinde politiko kono yena ye lo ye singul ye sisol fadi molla nga men kele 2016 me wala kele kan hanidi wala nan taba fukale ko ndel funding ke wonen bijam ite bintu Lamin kata fati and momoni bela moyla this is our responsibility to rise up and redeem our country. It is our responsibility to rise up and fight for our country so that we can create a Gambia where people can go to and be as successful as you and I. We owe it to our kids more than before. Be retiring Gambia. They're going to the same hospitals. Their kids are going to the same schools. It is a responsibility that we have to rise up. This is not about Barrow, about Usenu. This is about our future. Na Kebal, in closing, na political leaders, Usenu Dabo, Halifa Sallah, Kemesen Jammeh, Lamin Damudiba, these people fought and they stood on principles. They fought the PPP government. They fought the dictatorship for 22 years. They stood resilient. They stood on principles. Ndel Memfanang consider ourselves young and we have jumped into the political scene. We must learn from these people to be resilient, to be about issues. You cannot buy Halifa, you cannot buy Usenu, you should not be able to buy Tamba, you should not be able to buy me. What is most important today is if there was 24-hour electricity, you would be able to speak to Tamba. If there was 24-hour internet, you should be able to speak to Fenket, what's his name down there. So niaje nyimbe is possible no mahani kuma kendo sorno is because mantara na naflo dunuka anyanta dunna dame kelo amandia akoleata bakele but somebody has to do it molle fare jang Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks nyol wolle wulta e lota. We are those for the Gambia, and I hope if we take one thing home today, we understand that this is not about Usenu, it's not about GDP, it is about good governance that we're fighting for. So thank you so much. And I really enjoy talking to Tamba. I think you're a very mature young man. And I think you need to probably open up a little bit more and let's have this type of conversations more. We're not going to agree politically, but together we can sit across the table and look what benefits our country and we'll take it forward. So thank you so much.
Thank you, MB. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Krubally, do not go. Akai luntangal be line or reja. Mbina fire la mobe nyalaja. Alila moy. Hello.
Hey, good afternoon.
Pata on the phone. Nko Facebook. Patala fadu sol. Alu fatana nga pata fire nga fire. Pata, you are welcome. You are welcome. You tell them last call at nge promise le nte penkala but nge love te fire la doro. Love te by la.
Yeah. You don't fire them. I didn't say you don't fire them. No, but seriously, I wanted to say this was a very, very good conversation. It was a very necessary one. For the longest, in social media, even on a regular post, If I post something and somebody comes in there who is not the UDP, we kept doing an unnecessary back and forth. We go out of topic. What you guys have done in here today, even with our greatest guy in here, Lamin Tamba, Lamin but he is solid. He is solid, not solid. So the conversation was very good. It was mature. Disagreement with the buyer. What a buyer. When you have people they belong to different parties, the ideologies might not necessarily be different, but our beliefs will be different as far as what we think which one is better than the other as far as taking the country forward. Now, when you come to Binto, you have to keep doing this. You are giving a lot of people the platform to be able to put their positions forward. Not disagree. We agree to disagree. We move forward. As long as it is decent, we can say that. Maybe Krubally Kumodo for Jan Lamin Tamaman Songala, Nada Emiraga. You can probably sit and say, okay, you know what? I think Krubally initially I did not agree with him, but what he said, okay, Tamba must have said something that MC Fanan disagreed. After the fact, meaningful, you go and sit by yourself, you reflect on the conversation. That's when people take sense out of them, better than perhaps the time that I've been using all the time. So I just want to encourage and say, I think you're doing well. Keep doing it. You're going to have criticism all over the place. As long as your conscience is clear and you know what you're doing, you're not exhibiting any bias in there, you should be fine. Krubally, Tamba, ML, Essa, the NPP guy, and then MC Cham, you guys had a very good discussion together. Man. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate you, brother.
You owe me one. You owe me a one-on-one. You owe me a one-on-one. Since the last time you interrupted, you owe me a one-on-one.
We la fan sol bolo for come, but say nge fire. But be murundi la da. Krubally.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Pata. Okay, Krubally, go ahead. Pata Mimfoka. Thank you. Then Sinadi Lamin wrap up.
Yeah, you know, because for the Pata for Tonyalo, Ilani be discussion is very mature. Amanke Dala Sidoti, Amanke Nyoboroti, Amanke Fenkoti. We're talking, and I think we need to also come and start talking about how those Tamba things that we can fix the entertainment industry. This guy is in the entertainment industry today in the UK, an actor. He should be able to contribute. How can Pata come in as an IT kid to speak on how to better things? We need to be able to have this discussion. How can we fix our, tourism industry? How can we fix our security reforms, bring security experts? This is what the conversation is supposed to be about. It's not about the little Morsiara and the living Yoboroka and the living in Kela. What the more time time is against us. In another 40 years, I will not be here, and chances are many of us will not be here, but Gambia will still be here. So I think a Kele Gambia, long come political Kela, but political fanan, Muslim fanan, Christian fanan, Ikutonya, Moy Dankenia, Yedoko Kela Bankoe, Ekana Mola, Ekana, poor people are not full of Sunya, Ekana Mol far, Ekana Mol disappoint, for all quality. And we have that. And then in Tamba, we're not on the same political party. But I have mad respect for this young man. I feel like if he is on one side and I am on one side and we're talking about a compromise, we will come to a compromise.
Okay.
But we cannot do that if we keep fighting, if we keep, blaming each other and insulting each other's parents. It's not going to work. So thank you so much. And I look forward to also having a one-on-one with you, because I would love to engage you and tell you how we can fix some of the issues in the Gambia. It's about issues, not politics.
Yes, I will bring you one-on-one. Yes, there's some balance and one-on-one. Nim sort of a made up to your portila. Thank you, big brother. Me platform or dealer Tamba.
Yeah.
You can have it.
Sister Bintu,
Mr. Krubally, you can be here or you can go, no problem. You can listen to Tamba too. Yes.
Out of respect, I will stay and listen to him.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Tamba, you are welcome.
Sister Bintu Abarakabake, to all the other panelists, Essa, Dampha, MC Cham, ML Fati, and my main man, Mr. Krubally. I admire Mr. Krubally a lot, because with all our back and forth, I wish people like Pata will emulate Mr. Krubally. You need to teach your UDP kids how to behave themselves in social media. You speak with decorum, you speak with respect. Despite your strong disagreements with the APRC over the years, from 2017 to now, I've never seen a foul word land from your fingers on social media. And I think this is where we need to go. As a caller called and said Fonyi was caught up in the loyalty and strong support for Jammeh. It didn't start with Jammeh. When I was young, I used to see people, PPP supporters in Fonyi fighting against NCP supporters. So Fonyi, when Fonyi goes loyal for somebody, they go in strong. That's passion. That didn't start with Jammeh. So people are blaming Jammeh because he comes from Fonyi, and the government is probably changed their priorities or their activities because Jammeh is from Fonyi. I don't know. But it didn't start with Jammeh. I remembered when I was young, the strong support that PPP had in Fonyi. NCP did win the odd election here and there, but PPP is Fonyi throughout PPP la time, and they used to support it strongly, and they used to go against the opposition, PPP opposition, very hard. Yes, we need to change that, and I'm sure Nimfonyi didn't be juberola eka jelente kana political tama nyame. Mbuka mo silande nandendi romansia niaje nandendi word killing use. Mbafola ko yure fool or idiot adantawata mbuka fuko ibama teng ifama teng wala mbe kanatela. I don't do that at all. Yeah, more kada na wall auto I never mbake chase ngabe ol mem block na Facebook wall auto mel kana openly tribal ka fuko mandi call teng wala jolal teng wala teng nke block the street wala fake account men nata ya start ka division or some nke block. But other than that, you can call me anything. It's a feng of for you know mbuka worry fang because near ku furing of I'll hit you back with facts. Nka statistics all the deal ya jube. You understand? The APRC a manjarin tolye diamo bake because be bedame BBB tembo. Momentary APRC blame come because imam fenke Gambia. More be blame can because some human rights record all nying nga nyo treat nyameng amanya treat la nuwa nyama sometimes. You understand? So until nimurtanan government doku alimel long menna be wala murdila nang nga kafu. Memman tama nyama mol man la fi menna nyanta wala change la nga adjust. Ha ni kari water bottle sunya asamba lwa nyati lingola kana kosi karawasola kana sorondulat for days because I water bottle le sunya. So kusi fale nyanta change la nyanta constitutional jubela memfo nga tamande nyama. Public Order Act I memfo nga tamande nyama. Elections Act I memfo nga tamande nyama. Ibajela one day security service reform at all need bakela. We just need adjusting to go with technology and trend. Because ninga tamande nyama, it doesn't matter government jumale bije, the security services will fall in line, the civil services will fall in line. So nga jube nga Gambia la kuo jube because Gambia be damen B. Mbeku kilim folalied. Nimbaro winter next year. Nse nyina Gambia la kuola. Abe kolyala le fo mbe futela lunto mbe sefa le tala sefa bol betama la Gambia bankokan. Kobe mbeke ka Guinea Bissau. Barote mola independence di la mola koten. Mfota Gambia le while he's there. Ngamen for walem. I say change no. I 12 months settle pour ka cool change completely. Pour Gambia la interest. But I be abe daming Gambia la interest mentality. Baro fangola afo. I Africa la interview last week or the week before. Ako mo be member government ime menke kanung amate worry. But kabra fangola position o became an issue. Usenu dabu boy wala kama. So wato usenu dabu la doku jao amanke ay doku jao leke walat na bay. Because mole ka ko usenu dabu sulata la place ola walat na bay. So baro man kea mo dola issue la na man ka fangoti. Kabrum baro sita kutake jolal ko ni kata nyaton koti kude labango e nyanta wala tala etele nyanta kude labango tala baro nata kude follow ay wala ta ay mansono lo afango e manka man kuda kurango sambaje ko ekon la so kurango la ay jio sambaje police station o londije ay arjuma ay juma loje ay la school o membe julangel ya commence ka fana lo ay base college ning akwatam atelenta wote wa manka atati manka man kundaji so culture jamabi jan ngalo manding call ni sarahu learning culture jamabi even fulol fan yeah ni ika kude labango ni kata nyatan kote you the first person to sleep, you the last person to sleep, the last person to eat. You make sure your subjects are happy. Nga Gambia jube o nyama nga Gambia tambende nyato nte ngamem for walem from day one ngamem for no Gambia la ko Gambia in fact wale ndu the APRC support wala because APRC for Adiata Kuata Molia 2016 election or APRC was still the largest institution in the Gambia. So multi-ton la, the largest institution sat out to alcohol be all demonized la, I'll be a target la, I'll be killing the water. Yeah? Nga ke killing
yeah. Mafo. APRC make a case against paper ballot box. Paper ballots.
Yeah.
So malon foyo a detail in landing bang I explain in Toli I understand because
okay.
I understand.
Yeah. Yes. So paper ballot only. Ntolman problem sort of paper ballot system into all together. Eventually betala wallet. I say may nya for set up paper ballot because modernization is better we went by the paper ballot. APRC la position of momenti. IEC in Baro government lafita menna. Gambia government is printing publication department sotole. Gambia has got many printing facilities and printing companies. Baro government lafta menna kanna paper balatol samba ka print France, wala ka print Belgium, wala ka print Germany. Ita print la dula kumato de. Iba samba la dula to iba print la damen mota lon na paper balato nying ya manipulate nyame. Nim problem obj nta rectify nola immediately. Your APRC la stands momuneti Gambia government a printing publication department or sort of very fully fledged, very good one. Munati nambe na paper ballot all tala ka samba Europe. Yajila menketa Senegal last year kabru makisal winter. Election results all men leaked in November 2018. What election results all lenata exactly in February 2019 kabru election results all winter. Muneka okay. Paper ballot all ka print outside le, it can manipulate wala nyama. Village o me alanko 10,000 people lebije returns about 60,000 votes for the incumbent. Wala kita Senegal la. E dindingol je Senegal be voting na. Jumale voters card di Senegal e dindingol la. Moma long because paper ballot all ya print bantale. Your voters card all print to correspond with the serial numbers on the paper ballot. So next year, election will be 470,000 Gambians or 500,000 Gambians registered on IEC's paper. By the election results of Funtitalan, Ibajilako 800,000 voters voted. But what 800,000 voters, the excess 300 and something thousand, a baby vote like government oil. How come is that possible? By the BBP near Samba Gambia Printing Publication Department, yeah, for Galiko, we have 500,000 registered voters. What printing department? There will be an APRC guy. There will be a UDP guy. Parties also are supervised, no. Niko eba sunya la purka di UDP leaning people la APRC guy lola la afoko honey nyemam ben kana ke onyama. The same thing the other way around. Munat nambena resources all tala nka di foreign companies all la to go and print it. Ning problem BJ. How do we rectify it quickly before election? At a Kenola, we think ballot all print overseas will be open to manipulation, fraud, electoral fraud. What na APRC funtina nanko hani at a kela na print Gambia banko kan. Yeah, nim problem BJ, it'll be easy to track, it'll be easy to rectify. So ngam banka election fraud sambana what na APRC lota nko at a kela at a print la banta print Gambia. We have the facilities. Nim facilities all TJ. Foreign companies all jola modern Gambian companies. What all wakodonying nga sophisticated printers all sang, printers with backup servers. Nimo left the car manipulate. There are backup servers. Pata PJ fela akon kungo jatale. I told you for angamra kungo jatan tatati. But IT student all them. Ati alo ninga menga fengo fem print nga backup servers all sort of hania Tamba. We can go to those servers backup database nga Jube because election voting challenge besotolale next year ninga paper ballot somewhere. What a baila. Fonsa challenge next year. Yo nimoko amansong challenge ning katanyam seta server sol Jube the backup data na Jube Cameroon electoral roll ning published mune registered nung aning how many people voted. Thank you. APRC la position of wallet. Sister Bineto ebe muting still. Sister Binto, you're mute.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm from mute, I guess. You know, because Malon knows about Namen. Tamba, thank you. I'll appreciate. Krubally, do you have a word for this paper ballot? Do you have any word?
You know, paper ballot ni odi inde bamala iba confusing lale. Ni furara basi sambatako ye paper ballot dila iba confusing lale. I don't have anything against the paper ballot, but let's take the time and educate our people so that it's our understand. Elections is our future. Ni election on manna anyama keloka kele. So let's take our time. There's no rush. We have a system that works right now. Let's use that system and gradually teach our people. Yeah, understand. Merol dolbe jana. Well, honey jero, we don't have these glasses for people to see properly. People don't know, they cannot go just by picture. Let's take the time. Africa problem on community. We're so quick to want to progress. We're so quick to want to follow the people, but we're too lazy to follow the process and teach our people. Let's teach our people. We have a working program right now. It's not broken. Let's fix it and then gradually transition into the future. We cannot rush to the future right now. We're not ready for it. Like Tamba says, great idea. Use the local printing people. Don't print it from outside. Mbenga is a manipulation. We see more confusing, and that creates tension. It creates chaos. It creates civil war. We don't want that in the country. Gradually transition into stuff, and then we will be okay. So until but thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
I feel like I want to cry. I am happy. I look smart with smart people. Number one, I'm so grateful to meet Krubally. Nenamam Krubally meet. Lamin meet on the screen. This is my second time. I appreciate it. MC will the nyanta internet or somehow nyanta akela film quality. Sinkiro. Kaloli keje cafe. So MC, we appreciate you. Nge Kontoinila wife. We appreciate you, MC Cham.
On the Bintu, on the UDP government, on the UDP government, me crown fix lale. Go on the UDP government. It ain't in trouble or something. Internet is the cheapest thing on the face of this earth. Kodomen domota bi. Ningo dunino internet or bi. Tanuna dinul be login lale konta be login tanyame. Near Senegal for Kisa, lock connection is going to be better in Senegal, but not in the Gambia. Our people are struggling. Imagine today, my internet also no. What can a college student do? What can a university student do? So these are the little focus things that we need to take a look at and fix them. You can fix the internet issue very quickly in the Gambia, but the political will is not there, and this is why we need a new direction. All right? So, guys, we will continue here forever, but thank you so much. I'm going to log off right now. I promise I'll come back again here and we'll have a much lengthier conversation, okay?
I kind of appreciate for saying that. My kids are doing this online classes. Meanwhile, my internet also. Honey, mommy, no connection. Take a border follow phone kun katag, but ngala appreciate le so much. Lamin, we appreciate you. Essa albedao da ngala appreciate. ML, good night. Oh, I never seen all the Varembe Murundila and ML. Mbafalale, thank you. Thank you, Lamin. You can go.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you. Nga. Aliyambala kachameta. Bawon kanaja once a week. So mbal dani la minna dorong. Nali ajibe albatat. Aliya kuntu aliye tela. Aliye fonyondi nali time soto kotaka aliya jibe. Bari ninga nyin kacha sifa soto nyanta molu bula lele fa express konga ketembi nyame. Dia mo mandia. Kumo mandia. Bari ning nga kumo foja mi alonko. Ay mo mantora. Alsa hako boyendinye. Ndol fana na londindingo ale ole fenka. Bari na cross ta fana keta ku kendoti. Alsa alonko man satallala kero la wote. Wale adun nengoto. Ning mobe. Be kotoke kontonna. Momodou MB Krubally, UDP. Nge appreciate le. ngela dimbayal appreciate le ye time min table inata inin kachata Lamin Tamba APRC nge appreciate le even there's time difference inata le inin kachata nge appreciate le mbe appreciation o sindila ML la ML Fati ngela do ko jele ya boyle akaye dambo boyle so mbe appreciate la have a great night sameta do kola and be safe out there Essa albe do ko toje nge appreciate le brother ye lo do la mi yitandi no problem ke am wallet hani moni disagree ta ilota dame isoloje andi kana sila ke fam foko mbelorin janneto mola agree ta mol ma agree item womi itala keyalet so nge appreciate le kekende inimbara mobe mo kekendelet bare yalong Essa bawa tele be sirin man sakunda to sai itolle le man sakunda be sirin atol ba folom ba fa sakan one thing dunia alanga nyo yambu isaje mimbe koma na mari asikuma no na ni man kuma atol to kuma do lonna fonga song moli kuma nga Essa bula kuma nga MC Cham bula GDC ay kuma nga ML Fati bula GMC ay kuma nga kotoke Krubally bula afana UDP fo so dunia mo wala nyama so ngala konton atol mini later please mbal danila alin kana song moli nana yela time based spend jam ila kuma kango manjamfa ngalo ne dolu bukala fikela pejol non di politikola bari nyindong ala share isaje ko ite kuma kilintaje do fanan ila friends ol kono se kuma kilintaje mbal dani la wodoronel mammojo bututu la na sija ngake mbeba keka na kanol la banko kano na Gambia kanole ntol grupo ntol damal together nse kuja ma keno funding kel ntol le tam bankote alin kanana song mamaringolo ndingolo yena tariko fo nyala mimma nyinya so alin se ko be ke hormone mbunyala nga nyoso time la moli dia nga nyoso time la atol mini ya lonko patil mal sambana sila kotembije ni ale ni tumbala sila kotembije mbela fila mbale fanan ali volunteer ali commandina ali message ali afonye binton tol fanal laftal join nale lafta musole participate kel to ko be kelano ikoni ke kendoje isalon ko muskendo la ba ko so atol lambanko sita sungolti ntebela fila atol musol fanena nali kacha nyin jang mo kana sila jang nin ko bina kacha la jang mo be min be bijang community to binto bantaba community hormone mbunya mbole jin be jiala wala ay ngal konton ngal jayi nta kala non damma once Sunday diamo siata meta jang mbal bulala ala baraka aliya kataliya kutukalo aliya kutukatola min be YouTube alin subscribe nga mo be nimbara ngal maljo nga dolu min be Facebook ngalo kalbe emojis fenka kanje malje bar tanante mbina lambe comment sol jibela alkana nen derke alngam fam fisiyande wote okay ala baraka yali sola tela jande na kora manye yali ka ila kawan don sola tala de alanga jali bulay kacha do mandali jilming alalla ju solming kontaan tabi bakele de konta fanan kasim ko fa ajos mo smart remote madali enje be fa ajos yes because Krubally Tamba Party Essa MC you be smart I look smart thank you Allah baraka Allah baraka yali inimbara ale niosi bi alama ale niosi de masi kote mbali be konton nal la dimbaya tamala albe dawo da alama je al wati talal alama ne manin kafar kele alme benna malaika hinan telfe ngasango konton nenu ngaken na video dole to alkana je ko man sango konton NPP ngake Lamin mun tolla broda te bota kombo faraba bantan pira fondin ke mo ko Lamin ne mo banta manya no sambala politiko wala fusuno doro mala mo so konton na maymuna ala baraka ala baraka mbe mo sa te mo be konton na alifal ali duwala fa Gambia Cairo le long alama Cairo continue politiko doron na disagreement itala ite mimira anenta nga mimira wala kafata para nabuto wala doron kasinte al ngado mandoma ala baraka ala fa jali baya ko ha binto ya like le na dream dole so don kombe kala jali bala ba ko single baral kana so nga don kilo laja ni won tar balla telephone do jolon dal ala baraka ala baraka mbe music play la le do man din doro wallahi alimbe birikama kontonna mobe kontonna birikama kombo birikama West Coast mbe mobe kontonna na football solo minita de football la bal kontonna Gabon yes bal kontonna alimbe president Barrow kontonna amba kontonna dunia mu do wando ma walete ala faya kela moyinna atol minika alila alkela moy Barrow alkam walla wo sida futandana ala fo Barrow ko diaspora hanin tolla platform o laftan na e kacha mballa fi moye embaras ala fo du sanoyo ko bina no mal alimbe mobe ni mbara mbe time dila honorable Usainu Dabara ala faya ko sola tala na nyimbanta bari ngom fananta kala no maboy honorable my fati aga thank you anata jannen naka chata GDC be makande sambala dan alin sola ta mobe ala baraka thank you